Okay, we are back and should be good to go. We are gonna continue and finish this event now. We did one of the stages earlier, the 6th stage, right? So we have 7 and 8. And what's up, Mirwind? How are you? How you doing? Okay, just making sure everything else is good to go, and then we'll get back into this. But yes, welcome back. Thank you. And same to you all. Welcome back. Welcome back so soon. Yes, because I had to leave early a few hours ago, and I did say I wanted to make sure I finished the event today for you guys. So we should be able to knock this out in like what, 2 hours, huh? Okay, so the voice of the music sounds on and out, beyond even the sky. And what's up, Cthulhu? Welcome. What's up, not me? Welcome. And hello, Raquel, how you doing? You said into one of the saddest boss fights in the game? Gotta love it, right? What's new? I'm sorry about that, that was a notification on my phone. I'll put my phone on the side, that way it doesn't vibrate against the freaking desk and give ASMR over there. But yeah, let's do it. Stage number 8. I mean, not 8, sorry, 7. Not 8. I'm like thinking, boss fight? No, we're not there yet. Okay, here we are. He's not here. You put the phone on the microphone for the ASMR experience? Yes, that's what everybody wanted. Main head. However you say that. Stepped out a while ago. He left? He's off to the hospital just outside the Afterglow to talk treatment for the infected who got poisoned. Okay. What's this, main head? The hospital. I managed to twist the arms of the largest two, and got them to sign contracts, but as for the rest, there's no hope. But Rhodes Island signed an agreement with those hospitals. Oh, I didn't notice you were here as well. There's no point. Rhodes Island's contracts are limited to symptoms caused by Erypathy itself. They have ample grounds to not treat infected patients who's fallen ill from poisoning. Wow. But you've got those 2 hospitals. That should be enough. I mean, I'm messing up on the voices right now. We're freaking old lady voice. But that should be enough, right? What's up, Scarlett? How you doing? Enough? Of course it's enough. I put every copyright I hold down as collateral, as of course the consortium behind this thinks that's enough. Don't tell me you transferred your copyrights over to that consortium. Yeah, I have to get the old lady voice back again. I did. Not just the existing copyrights. I even sold the distribution rights for tomorrow's concerts to them. Well, damn. Now I could start from scratch. My leg! Man down. Man down. You're awake? Mr. Cherny, you didn't take any precautionary measures when you went out, did you? You're talking about the fumes of those oranginium slugs. I didn't waste a single second getting those contracts signed. That's all that mattered to me when I left. Promise me you'll never be that reckless ever again. Ever again? Are you saying I still have time left to live? That's why I'm here. You never see a doctor. Okay, sorry. You never want to see a doctor until your body gives out on you. Yeah? I mean, unless you're one of those people that goes in for checkups all the time. Thank you, Hibiscus. I'm just doing my job. That reminds me, why haven't you said anything, Ebenholz? Or Ebenholz? Are you thinking of throwing in the towel now that Afterglow is too dangerous? I'll tell... If you hear weird noises in the back, that's my baby brother screaming. He's typically not here during the day, but today he is. So if you hear what you're probably hearing, that's him. If at any point I leave the room, he's getting tossed into orbit. Okay? Okay. Anyways, where was I? I'll tell you straight. Now that we've come this far, the concert must go on. Don't even think about running. Yeah, like I said, the kid's usually not here during the day, so I don't have to deal with him screaming in the back, but you know, he is today. Don't even think about running, huh? Oh, wrong voice. Don't even think about running, huh? Do you think he'd accept it now? Give it a moment. Seems like you're not here to tell me you're quitting the concert. No, I'm not here to tell you I'm quitting the concert. Ebenholz, you repeat what others say when you get nervous. I noticed it from the very beginning. If you have something to say, just spit it out. You think there's something I wouldn't be able to accept in the state I'm in now? Should Cherny be like, the show must go on, yeah? Pretty much. Mr. Cherny, here, water. Damn that Gertrude. And you, how could you possibly go along with a plan like that? Curse me for thinking you had some creative talent, and this is what you use it for? Some evil plot? It wasn't my intention. How could it not be? Haven't you answered to that crazy woman from the very beginning? Cherny, I still remember what you said. Even deeply rooted hatred could still be pure music as long as it expressed with the right technique. I did say that, but what comes next? What were you trying to express? To be honest, I'm already starting to find my old way of thinking quite laughable. But what I wish to pursue is nothing more than freedom. Freedom. A longing for freedom, is it? That's right. You've got a long way to go before you could express that using music. This has long been a deep-rooted experience for me. Otherwise, I would not have come to you. Come now. Where are we going? Where else? The concert hall. Gertrude managed to keep me out of the lounge with her little tricks last time, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this. But your help. Instead of sitting here popping blood vessels over him and that woman, I might as well go see what they're up to. Yeah, gotta get to the bottom of it. Ebenholz, did Gertrude ever tell you anything she did to the lounge? She didn't say anything. She doesn't have to say anything. You could already tell. Her fingerprints are all over this place. See that speaker right there? It shows obvious signs of being dismantled. The same goes for the record player over there. She didn't even bother to tighten the screws. Even the screwdriver's been left out in the open. Just the kind of handiwork I'd expect from a noble. Hilarious. Hibiscus, bring that record player over here. Let's see what else has been tampered with besides the tone arm. See for yourself. Did she just install an amplifier? That's only going to cause interference between the circuits. She already had the stylus removed. This thing's basically just an amplifier now. Same with the speaker. The input circuit was completely removed and replaced with an amplifier. And yeah, did I remember to ping the Arknights chat in Discord? Yeah, I did actually. That I did. Alright, where was I? What is she trying to do putting so many amplifiers in the lounge? She never mentioned it. Then let's give it a try. Go up on stage and play something. That'll be the fastest way to get our answer. Doesn't seem like anything unusual is happening. I can't hear anything out of the ordinary either. Go over and tell Ebenholz to apply a little bit of arts. Only the simplest kind of disperse drowsiness, maintained strictly at the lowest level. There you go. Cherny. My guy is coughing up a storm. Don't worry about me. I just got some palpitations, that's all. Ebenholz, stand over there and try using the same arts as before. Remember to mind the volume. An echo? It's a sound coming from outside. But isn't it the sound of Ebenholz's flute? Cherny opens his mouth, but no voice comes out. The answer already seems clear to him. However, the expression Hibiscus sees on his face is not one of excitement or anger, but of terror. Pure terror. Gertrude could... Gertrude. Yeah, Gertrude, there we go, Lord. Gertrude converted this lounge, no, the entire Afterglow Hall, into a massive amplifier, an arts amplification device. Amplification. Words, chat, words. The amplifier stays off as long as it doesn't detect any musical arts. But as soon as someone casts musical arts, the amplification device activates and exponentially amplifies the arts as the music spreads through Afterglow Hall. The leakages and resonance of the voice of terror are no exception. In other words, Oranginium activation will spike in all areas that are affected, meaning that everyone in Weisheim, virtually without exception, will be infected, and those who already have Eripathy are even less likely to be spared. After they die, their bodies will rapidly disintegrate, releasing a large amount of active Oranginium microparticles. The surrounding area will be permanently poisoned, and Weisheim will be completely cut off from the outside world. Something wrong with that kid. Alright, very sorry to interrupt your little chat, but I'm here to offer a suggestion. Why cast arts of wakefulness across all Weisheim on a beautiful night? I often suffer from insomnia. My apologies, but we're dealing with something very important right now. Gertrude? Good evening, Cherny. And this must be Operator Hibiscus from Rhodes Island, yes. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you. As for the young man in shock over there, why not come visit my home for something to drink? Perhaps have a nice night's rest, and return energized tomorrow. Gertrude, to think you'd actually... I'd actually what? Don't tell me you're gonna say that I'd actually deceive you and make you murder half the city. That can't be right. What you're actually mad about is how I've had you running in circles and nearly got you killed without you even noticing, right? Show your pride as a noble Graffertika. Come on, say something. Ebenholz, she's trying to provoke you. There's only one thing I need to know from you right now. Why did you come here? I came because you woke me up. Why else? I'll take that as you heard the musical arts rippling outwards and realized your plans had been discovered. That's correct. Ah, what a pity. With just one more day, I would have enjoyed a complete success. Don't you think you should be thinking about how to escape? Do you seriously think your plan will proceed as normal if you manage to take us out here? Ebenholz won't help you anymore, and regardless of what you were planning for the duet, it's not going to happen now. Really? That's not how I see it. As long as Ebenholz and Clyde are here, my plan has not failed. As long as I eliminate you, I can continue negotiating with Graffertika. He is quite familiar with the art of the noble dealings, and changing his mind is hardly an impossibility. More importantly, I don't think you could actually beat me. If the three of you were equal in power to Graffertika, then I would certainly have to watch my step. But you three? Pardon my rudeness. Man, why is she so hot? If hot, why evil? that was said yesterday, so I'll just repeat it there. Don't waste your breath. Graffertika, why don't we both take a step back? What do you say? Take a step back? I dismantle these giant amplifiers, and you continue working with me. That way only Clyde has to die. Not a bad deal, considering he only has a few days left anyway, right? In your dreams. That truly is a shame. Due to unfortunate circumstances, you were forced to choose the path most ill-suited to you. If that is your heart's desire, then so be it. What a shame. Shut up. You'll regret this for the rest of your life. I said shut up. The time for talk is over. It seems we could only settle this with a fight. If I win, the self-appointed guardians of the Afterglow will have to behave themselves and keep their mouths shut so I could continue negotiating with Graffertica. If you win, then there's nothing more to say. A win is a win. Take your wand out, Graffertica, or do you plan to have those two infected fight for you? Like I said, your provocations won't get you anywhere. Hibiscus, stay out of this. Today, I swear I'll... Think carefully about where we are and what's all around us. Unless you're able to do this without any musical arts, you'll drive all the inhabitants of Weisheim insane before the disease ever comes. Tisk tisk, you're a rather quick thinker, Fräulein Hibiscus. Since you caught on so quickly, I suppose there's no other choice but to take it outside. Let me get this out there first. Rid yourself of the notion that escape counts as victory. While I personally dislike roughing up innocent bystanders, I can't say the same for my underlings. You must not have a whole lot of confidence in yourself based on how many you brought with you. I'm so glad to hear you. Sharp wit once more. I've almost moved to tears. Are you feeling better now, Graffertica? Of course, Dame Strollo. Let's head outside and fight to our heart's content. There must be nobody for you to spar with back in Artica. Should be lonely, right? If I did, I wouldn't be playing with an old bag like you. After all, you've never even challenged your own brother for his title. You have to wait for him to die before you can move up. I'm guessing you've never bested him in a fight before. Very good, very good. I'm starting to hate you more and more. The feeling is mutual. Well, here we go. She's about to get these hands. This lady is a Hall of Fame menace over here. And as bad as she is, she gotta die. Well, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna manage killing her here, but you know. She's gotta get the hands nonetheless.
Follow my light. Watch out for the tides and mist.
Okay. If you insist, if you insist. Alright, first things first.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
Wonderful scenery, yes. Alright, so what I'll do... Have you aim down so we can keep that going.
To be enjoyed.
Alright, so that should work nice and dandy. You said no, I don't want her to die. Listen, chat, I know you're down tremendously. I get it. But I don't know, she's sort of a menace. She's trying to kill everybody.
My sword will respond the instant I spot the movement.
Alright. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's the type of character that I like, you know, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, we can't just let her murder everybody, you know? So she's gotta get put down at the very least. Okay, put down means typically kill. Okay, listen, we're just gonna stop her. Oh yeah, mirrors on the... You know, I didn't even notice the mirrors. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. This will work. Wait, oh damn it, I just realized what I did. I just put Nightingale without thinking about the laser beam. What? You know, whatever. What? Oh god. Yeah, just whatever, it's fine. Just a little fast forward. Oh, there she is. Okay, wait a minute. So it says that she attacks 2 targets at once and cannot be blocked. What? Can create virtual images at the current position. Excuse me? What? What? Listen, Mirwind, I never said anything of the sort. I don't know what you're talking about. What the hell? What is this? You a damn stand user? So what happens if I hit this? She a damn stand user, okay. So if I just hit this casually. Oh, well that was a mistake. Okay, go. Well, you're almost dead, aren't you? Well, I guess this works. Is that it? Is that... That's it? That's it? She's dead? Oh. That was kind of depressing. Okay. Sure. Wow. She talked all that trash just to get slapped around in like 2 seconds. Well, the bark was louder than the bite. Well, you know, it was more. Well, the bark was more ferocious than the bite. There we go. Down. In your dreams. Ah, yes, the bops. Fancy that. You could still struggle, or we didn't struggle. What in the Harry Potter is this? Bro, what in the world? That's a clean shot, but what in the world? Yeah, this straight up turned into some freaking Harry Potter, bro. I'm not holding this one back, Dame Strollo. You read me? Who knew you could bite off more than you could chew? Unripe, you're just relying on the voice of Terra. Your control of arts is still in its infancy. Well, infancy. I said infancy. You know, reading sometimes, chat, you look at a word and you say something and you're like, wait, that's not right, it's infancy. Okay, yeah, they're just going back and forth. Did I win? Did that get her? I never thought she'd be the one to best me, Graffertika. So you admit defeat? A loss is a loss. What does not admitting it make my victory instead? What does not admitting it make it my victory instead? You. Why are you so unperturbed? Because, how exactly can you lay a finger on me? I'm the Lenschfrau of the city. It's night. You broke into a concert hall I administrate, and then you attempted to tear down legitimate renovations ratified by my own person. You even injured me as I did my best to stop you. Graffertika, Rhodes Islander, and you, Cherny, you should be the ones worried, isn't that right? Ah, yes. When all else fails, become a snitch and pursue legal action. That is the key when you lose the fight. As despicable as ever, Gertrude. Despicable? Is that how you treat your patron? Your back of over a decade? Cherny, I allowed you to use this concert hall. You're no more than a mere infected. Your position? I gave you that too. Damn brat, I'll sue ya. Pulling a Shido. Literally. Pulling a Shido. Your cherished afterglow could only limp its way to the present day on my benevolence. Don't forget that. How dare! All of you, kindly leave. There's no way that we're just gonna listen to her, right? Like, if we just said, aw man, she's gonna get legal action when she's actually trying to kill everybody in reality, we'll just let her go and go tell people. And if you don't just listen, you're gonna have to take her with you. You just throw her into a room and leave her there. Lock the door. That's it. Alright, she can't just be roaming out here. I wouldn't be so sure. Graffertika, this title carries with it disgrace all throughout Lithuanian. But it also means that wherever I go, the Empress's informants are sure to be. And what if they are? I told you, you're only making vain attempts to destroy my music hall. Even if their Majesty's agents were to show themselves, they would arrest you by all rights, not me. Bagler. You have witnessed all this now, right? Do you still intend to fold your arms and watch? There you are. I saw the Graffertika fall to breaking and entering a concert in the dead of night with a gang. Aside from that, I saw nothing. Did you not hear her plot? Do you mean Grafenstrollo's plot, or the Graffertika's plot jointly schemed with her? Why, you... I did in fact hear. However, even if I recorded your entire dialogue just now, that doesn't prove a thing. Evidence graph. Everything needs carefully selected evidence, so it proves Graf and Strollo intended to act against the Empresses. Proof. You come to me at this moment and raise the matter of proof. Right, the voice of Terra. We discovered there was research into the voice of Terra in the sewers. What? Heh. Seems you're not off the ball after all, Grafratika. What a research. I know nothing about this. Feigning stupidity at the points passing, Graf and Strollo. You may not be directly linked to the notes and plans in the sewer laboratory, but we have our ways. With our leads there, it'll be a walk in the park to find your other little bases. You are presently suspected of launching research into the voice of Terra, forbidden under their majesty's decree. I want you to come with me. Wait, because she was researching the voice and nothing else? Let me reiterate to you again, Grafratika, and the rest of you. As long as you have no clear evidence, proof your foul product is going to blow up like you say it does, every accusation you throw at her turns into slander, nothing else. Let me take a look at those Voice of Terra research files. I could give you exhaustive evidence. Very sorry, but that's classified Lithanian information. I can't hand it over to a foreign organization, of course. Of course you can, of course you can. You're just wishing it out of existence. There's a lot in these lands that doesn't go the way you want it to, Fräulein. But let it go, Hibiscus. He's made his point very clear. Our discoveries aren't enough to convict Graf and Strollo. And he only showed himself because he found other evidence to do so. I should even be thanking you for deigning to show in the wake of my hissy fit, isn't that right? Beigler, my dear spy. I'll be honest, if I had to compare you and Graf and Strollo as nobles, I'd say you win out of my books, Graf Strollo. No, Graf Atika. My fault. My fault. And you, Cherny. We have Graf and Strollo contained now. Even if whatever your friends are worried about is real, either way the concert's safe. Of course, I still recommend you cancel it. Safest for settling this. I thought the concert tomorrow had already been forbidden. Whether you hold it remains up to you. Okay, Graf and Strollo, I believe your loyalty to the Empresses. I'd just like to take you for breakfast. You wouldn't refuse my invitation, would you? Yeah, some breakfast. Ha! Breakfast in these early hours? Very well. Grafratika, you will regret betraying me. I'll regret many things, but that is the one matter I will never regret. Yeah, I don't blame you. Screw her. Well, we've just let them go. Gertrude, you still had a word waiting for her? If profanity counts for a word. Yeah, it does. Clyde still hasn't woken. Leave him with me, and I'll set off straight away and bring him to Rhodes Island's landship. Screw her, you say? I didn't mean like that. You're taking him away. I am. He'll only get proper treatment at Rhodes Island. I won't allow it. Why? Even if you could pacify his condition, what would you do about the voice of Terra? I don't doubt your medical prowess, but is that something you could truly solve? I can't promise, but we've got no other choice now. Don't tell me you still hope Gertrude would help you get rid of it through ensemble. I could only hope. How long will it take for Weisheim to your landship, I ask you? You won't say because you know Clyde isn't likely to make it there. But even if what Gertrude said is true, are you really gonna sacrifice yourself to do this? As long as I can do it, why shouldn't I? Hibiscus stares, blank for a spell. The look in his eyes now compared to when she first met this young man, the difference is like black and white. He's serious, she thinks. Fine. Even if I help you to the best of my ability, we know too little about the voice of Terra, and what we do know was all told by the Countess. We're sifting through fact and fiction. Looks like I made it. Sir, you... Wait, that's what I said, sir, you. Yeah. If you need more information about the Voice of Terra, I have this project plan right here. Sir, did you? You pulled the same thing as Beigler. I did. You probably imagined, but Clyde's a Finn who slipped through the program's net back in the day. How could the Empress let such a wild card wander freely, you know? But you've been roaming together for more than a decade. And that's why no one ever suspected it. But didn't Beigler say it was classified? Which is why I flinched from where he kept it. If I could save Clyde, then the hell does it matter if anyone's shown this damn plan. It's a long overdue damning, if you ask me. Calm down, you're still very weak. Let me see the paper, or the plan's papers. Hibiscus, you take this old fellow somewhere to rest. Listen, there's a lot of names I'm not going to pronounce right. It's just the reality that we've come to in this channel. That's just what it is. I will. Half the time I'm pronouncing the name in 2 different ways because I go back and forth between the 2 of them. Sir, does he know? I never told him, but he's very smart. I'm sure he has a vague guess. This is too cruel to him. Cruel. Fräulein, do you know how I became an infected? No. Surely you've heard how in the age before the Empress's rule, Lithanian had explored classical Oranginium arts to heights hardly surpassable. Yes, so do you know the price Lithanian paid to reach those heights? Countless human sacrifices, among which were huge numbers of infected. Yes, infected. During that period, some Kerfursten, yeah, how do you say that, were handling over infected to a regular quota, and they treated this as a custom. But infected are people too. It's not like they let their lives be thrown away. So can you guess what happened in the end? You don't mean it looks like you have. Just slash your arm with Oranginium and now you qualify as an infected too. That's how mine came about. I see. Melody. It's melody. The voices of the mundane are the melodies the Witch King left behind. I can't believe this. No, this is the only way it makes sense. He wasn't just Lithanian's mightiest caster. The Witch King was also Lithanian's most feared musician. His mastery of music was at the epitome. Some even said his insight into music was the same grade as his Oranginium arts research. But rhythm, tonality, texture, he threw those raw elements that make up the beauty of music to the hounds. Every piece of his left in the world is filled with murder and devastation. His opuses have long been forbidden pieces in Lithanian. If the Voice of Terror is a string of melodies left by the Witch King, then the voice is without a doubt a remnant opus of his, and you are its very extents. We are not his opus. You shouldn't deceive yourself. Moreover, if this is the case, you have a solution? I need you to perform the ensemble that repelled those Oranginium slugs again. When you did that, you grasped the voices inside your head, didn't you? What's up, Damien? How are you? Ensemble right now? Do you comprehend the situation we're in here? Chat. I'm never gonna have kids. Okay, where was I? I do, and I know it better than you do. But you doing good? That's good to hear. Oh, you're good. You're awake. Let's hear Cherny out, Evanholes. Clyde, are you alright? Did you come here alone? Adante brought me over, but you can't doubt the voice of but you can't double the voice of Terra's melody again like you did before. It did something to you last time. Where was I? Alright, I don't want to leave any regrets. Alright, Cherny, what did you think of? If the voice could be said to be a string of melodies, then whether those remnants who use you for their experiment or Gertrude, their aim has to be to conduct the Oranginium arts contained within that melody, or should I say, the melody that flows within this Oranginium arts. Which is to say, their exploration of the voice is entirely to unearth the supposed secrets within. In plain words, they're trying to make the voice more clear, more beautiful. Thus, there is one thing I could definitively tell you. There is no method that could transfer the voice anywhere in these plans. I'm not surprised anymore. But that's not because doing so would be so difficult. Precisely the opposite. It's because in their eyes it would be a waste of what they have. Because every melody that the Witch King left behind is different. Each comes with its own period, and contains its completely separate emotions and ideas. What sense can there be in putting two entirely different songs together? Just as when you perform together, the further you pursue it, the more disastrous the effects become. Even the Oranginium slugs fled because they felt your performance to be far too ear-bleeding. You see, yeah, never had kids. Imagine ranking yourself on how sick your subjects are, yeah? I presume they've done similar transfer experiments before and realized how bad the results were. Then, they did. However, even if two pieces are diametrically opposed, a sufficient lead-in could still be enough to accomplish a transition. Therefore, I want you to perform my Morgen und a Bend, upon which I want you to dig your own selves out from within the piece, just as you did that evening. I have to feel the melody of the voice of terror within you, and then I will write you a new song. Wait, no matter what, you need something to hold the voice so you could transfer it. And the experiment results said all attempts to implant two voices in one person failed. I'll be the vessel, is that what you mean? Don't trust that little determination you have to be enough for self-sacrifice, boy. I will try with all my might through performance to drag the voices from the both of you. If I cannot, I will personally serve as this receptacle, if I can. Why would you go so far for us? If I remember correctly, my Morgen und a Bend was your turning point in learning flute. And so what? It's likely you heard of how I came to write it. That Gertrude woman had to turn it into a blasted selling point for me, though. I never wanted anyone else to know. You lost your dearest, closest friend and you wrote that piece in your grief. Grief. That description was far off the mark. You should be using the term indignation. That was the first time I came to find that life would not unfold how I imagined it, and that was the first time I knew what music meant to me. My rebellion against a fixed fate. Turning ordinary civilians into infected, that's too cruel. I have no idea how many times I cursed the Witch King in those days, but perhaps someone heard my tirades. However, before they could send me to the laboratories, their majesties had overthrown the Witch King. I was saved, and that's why I swore to dedicate the rest of my life to their majesties' cause. And so you became a spy? Correct. I can't tell you what I did when I was an agent, and you don't need to know. All you need to know is that I was an agent who found the Witch King's remains and had been researching the voice of terror. By the time we found them, they had already experimented on Clyde and failed. It's why his body is the way it is now. You didn't plan to save him, right? How'd you know? From what I know, from the twin empresses ascended to the throne, they issued an edict that forbade all Witch King-era research, and the voice of terror research obviously fell into that category. But if the voice of terror is really that amazing, I can't imagine that not a single person has turned his attention to it in the 20 years since the Witch King was overthrown. What's more, the Witch King left his mark within. The Witch King weaved his power into melody. The Witch King himself is the core of these ideas. Deep down, their pursuit of the voice of terror might actually be nothing more than worshipping the Witch King himself. And given the way that Mr. Biegler Regular. Does things. I'd say a spy's principles lie with serving the twin empresses. In other words, to spies like you, the voice of Terra doesn't further the twin empress's interest in any way. Jungfrau. Until I saw how reckless you were, I took you for a fool, and now it seems like you just didn't know how to put your wits to use. You're goddamn right. Here, I brought the research plan along. There's no point in hiding any of this anymore. The voice of Terra is unique. It's undoubtedly the Witch King's lingering echoes in the world, and there is definitely some power hidden within. But the Witch King's fervent followers truly believe that the Witch King left behind his avatar within it. The power that the voice of Terra holds is too unique. It will never see widespread use. At the very least, the current courtcasters see research of the voice of Terra as futile and pointless pursuit, and that's why the handling of Ebenholz and Clyde has become a problem. Was Ebenholz chosen because he was considered safer? Yes. Yes! We had to announce the plan's failure, and Ebenholz was naturally the best choice, and there was nothing wrong with his body. On the contrary, as there were already problems with Clyde's body, he had no choice. Death awaited him. But he finally got away from the Witch King's remains, and yet he had to die. That's too cruel. Perhaps in your eyes our methods are inhumane, but once you've witnessed countless tragedies, especially ones caused by those who are not inhumane, you come to realize that you can't let your feelings get in the way of everything. You probably think Beigler is pretty heartless, don't you? Yeah, I do think so. But what you don't know is he's lived in the Afterglow and spent time with his residents day after day for more than a dozen years. His feelings for this place is no less genuine than anyone else here. There's no one who wants to skin Gertrude alive more than him, but he can't. Do you think you're the angriest person to ever talk to him? Mr. Beigler, Besides, Clyde's condition endangers those around him. He's got no way to get close to anyone. We get too close to anyone, and his past destined him to never live a life of a normal man. He truly didn't have a choice. But you let your feelings get in the way with him. You offered him a choice other than death. Is that really a choice? He had to wander the world with an old man who's half dead. He learned how to play the cello, and yet he rarely had a chance to even touch one. He can't even make friends. He can't get close with anyone. Can you really call that a proper life? But he lived. Perhaps. Having seen how he trembled back then, I could still feel a sharp pain in my arms, even now. The Witch King. I cried. Those who got infected inadvertently, and those who were forcefully infected. The wounds that the Witch King left on Lithanian have yet to heal, but now there are those who thirst for his return. And there are even nobles who are sheltering his remnants and facilitating their research. Oh, how I dread I won't live to see the day that they all meet justice. You will live. No need to comfort me. I've lived with him for all these years. It's a miracle I'm even still alive. He is like a real grandson to me. I brought him here because I actually thought of introducing him to Beigler and setting him up with a job as an agent. Sorry, Chuck. I woke up pretty early today and I've been awake since. That way, I would at least get to know get to die knowing he's in good hands. But now, it doesn't really to me so much anymore. I always thought it was my fate to give my life to their majesties as an agent, but it seems that's not really all there is. Sir. A tremendous noise comes from inside. Go, let this old grandpa sit here a little longer. Go help them. If you don't feel well, be sure to call my name. Okay. The voice of Terra did not have a name at first. The melody was abandoned by the Witch King, after all. It was a melody improvised by him on the spur of the moment and transcribed by his court musicians. If the Witch King's complete pieces are howls from a deep abyss, then these fragments are indeed still melodies of the mortal realm, and thus these fragments were named the voice of Terra. But that as it may, the Witch King's power is still immensely terrifying. Wonder if Cal knows about the Witch King? Cal's been alive for so long and knows about so much stuff? Maybe. Ebenholz, I may have asked you to show your purest form in music. But now, what's up, Eastry? How you doing? I want you to think back to your life The past 24 or so years, let your resentfulness pour out. Music is a portrayer of your life. It's the steps you take, the eyes you peer into the world with. How are you guys? I'm good, how are you? Don't let your emotions cloud you, but don't betray your emotions either. Explore, vent, and drag your melody out from the deepest parts of your soul. I found it. Right, that's it. That's exactly what I want. That's the melody that was carved into your brain. It's the melody of destruction, and it's a ravaging one. Yeah, you said just sleepy but good? Same. And you, Clyde, I need the opposite from you. I need you to constrain yourself. What's up, Odoron? How you doing? You are too unreserved. You encompass everything that you've experienced. Do you know that your kindness is your greatest weakness? Are you reconciling? Why are you reconciling? Why should you reconcile? Who has the right to ask you to reconcile? Yeah, we beat her up. It was extremely easy to beat the hell out of her. Everyone thinks you deserve better. The idea has crossed your mind too, hasn't it? You still aren't willing to change the way you think, huh? Fine, fine. This is enough. I could feel your melody too. A void that swallows everything whole. Bear with it. The energies of the two wildly different Oranginium arts begin to entangle with one another inside the room as anguished expressions start to appear in the two young men's faces. Cherny knows it's time for him to join in. Keep playing, do not fret. If you feel something's wrong with your body, stop immediately. But if you do feel something's off, and you're not the one to blame, then leave it to me. Gotcha. Cherny sits in front of the piano, takes a deep breath, and starts playing as well. However, when he attempts to sort out the two totally different surges of energy, he realizes just how much he overestimated his abilities. The melody is strong, full of anger, terrifying, solemn, bloody. I'm a potato. Welcome. I feel like a damn potato right now. Above all, it's a melody that fully immerses its listeners. I mean, shout out to Cherny for trying to help them, though, you know? This man is trying his best. One moment he's suddenly filled with hatred towards the Witch King, the next he's felt with a heartfelt admiration for him. One moment he feels as though he is a newborn child, but he immediately feels the passage of time and its effect on his body. The very next second he is as old as the hills. He forces himself to keep his appearance intact with what little sanity he has left, but he feels as though he is walking in a boundless desert. The sandstorm is too powerful, and he cannot open his eyes. He tries his best to shake off the sand. Then he sees a towering wall that reaches even the sky. There is nothing on the wall, no pain, no anger, and no death. It's a simple, unadorned wall. At that very moment, he finally realizes there's a wall that he will never be able to overcome. His mind is instantly filled with fear. Oh my. Red flash. Gah! Cherny coughs violently, sending blood gushing out of his mouth. Damn. His cough is so intense that he tries to get up for a drink of water, only for him to stagger and knock down the music stand next to him. Jesus, dude. That just speaks volumes to how difficult that was. How much freaking power. Lord. Hey, are you alright? Cherny. Hibiscus gonna be like, what the f... I heard something just now. What happened? A trifle, nothing more. Now I see it. It's not that no one has never attempted to do what I did. It's just that all the people who tried it are all dead. You're laughing? Mr. Cherny, you're bleeding out of your mouth. Let me wipe that for you. How did you two feel just now? When we drew out the voice of terror, it felt very much like I was getting torn apart. But after you joined in, it did feel like a lot of the pressure faded. At the very least, this proves my idea is workable. But you're already... I coughed up some blood, that's all. I know my own body better than anyone. Let's continue. Cherny sits back on his bench. He closes his eyes and begins to ponder a question. Who is Cherny? He answers himself. Cherny is a coward. He once hid underneath the wings of his dear friend and teacher, thinking that he could live his whole life through music. Yet the death of his dear friend, the torments of his oripathy, and poverty all work together to make him realize that he is an ordinary man. You'll die. I've lived this long because Gertrude still thinks I have value, and so she paid for my medication and kept me alive a few years longer than most other infected. But if I can't finish this piece today, I might as well be dead. If you don't want me to die a meaningless death, pick up your flute. He answers, Cherny is a man who sees music as everything. Before he was famous, the people of the Afterglow showed nothing but grief and sorrow whenever he went outside. They had no appreciation for the beauty of music, because they didn't know whether they would live to see the next day. To make ends meet, he had no choice but to accept Gertrude's suggestion and become a spectacle for the nobles in the music halls left behind by the Witch King, like some kind of rare animal. Life was way too complicated, and he wanted to go back inside his house. And all those times, it was always music that kept him from running. He is more than music, but it is with music that he expresses everything about him. Clyde, your performance is too weak. But don't worry about me. You don't have that right. This is about your survival, not mine. Do not ever think that it is a virtue to sacrifice yourself. Your sacrifice is also a burden. Scream, vent, and fight for the reward that should have been yours. I understand. Finally, he answers, Cherny is a man who resists fate. Is music how he resists fate, then? No, music is a struggle, his howl, and his song. He is struggling for his friend who passed away before fulfilling her musical ideals. He is howling for those who cannot speak. He is singing for those who was born into suffering, yet still have joy within their hearts. In that case, is he performing in someone else's stead? No, he knows how his friend was unwilling to die. He walked the streets where those who cannot speak gather, and he brought music to those who were trying to seek joy despite their sufferings. Once again, he stands in front of that high wall, the Witch King. He knows he can never overcome this wall. But this time, he instead reminisces about the joy of discussing music with his dear friend. He remembers the love and respect he receives from the Afterglow's residents, and he remembers the morning sun he sees at the beginning of each day. And that is why he says, right now, I am my own opponent. Mr. Cherny, you're coughing up blood again. He's not listening to me at all. Let's go get some rest, Ebenholz. But we don't need to be here anymore. What do we need to do is rest up and wait for Cherny to finish his new piece. Hibiscus, take care of him. At the very least, I won't let him collapse before me. Now go. Man, shout out to Cherny, dude. This dude is a Chad. Look at him. He got blood coming out of his mouth. Man is dedicated to getting the job done. Cherny's enemy is not the Witch King, even though the Witch King's offensive were heinously profuse. Even though he disdains that monarch, he is still forced to concede that music itself stands unrelated to good or evil. His opponent is himself, at this very moment. He no longer tries to scale the wall so despairingly high. He begins to perform. Beneath his feet appears a platform. It brings him up in an unbroken ascent, up through the clouds. Though still no end to the wall can be seen, he no longer cares. Even though he could feel the turbulent power dash about his body and cannot hold back further coughs of blood, Hibiscus, to one side, is even given the illusion she could almost see Cherny's life flying by in accelerando, but at the same time the score he writes rages. Take it all, take everything of him. Today marks the day of Cherny's death. Wow, okay, but Cherny's music will never die. Wow. And day breaks. Chat, I have a question. Without saying any names of characters, like, don't tell me the names of the characters if this is the case, but is there any characters that are playable in this game that are dead? I'm trying to think. Just a yes or no. I don't want to know the name of the character if so. But is there any characters? No? Okay. Alright. Thank you. It's complete. What's up, Nate? How you doing, man? That's such a relief. Bro's face just slammed into the piano. Technically, still no. Yeah, not until freaking Cherny dies, huh? The musician strains to lift itself, but his upper body crashes against the piano, and he leaves in a discordant coda in the shining dawn. Damn. Wait a minute. This dude just fell out, man. You said just taking care of some stuff and saw you were on, so thought I'd swing by. I appreciate that. And yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, please be sure to do so. If you're new to the stream, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Y'all know the deal. If you'd like to donate to the stream, helps out a bunch. You'd like to become a member, you got that too. Yeah, I noticed. It's almost been 1 hour just for that stage. Crazy. If you want to check out the Patreon, we got anime reactions over there without ads and stuff. Patreon will be in the chat. Okay. We do have an operator who's missing in action according to a skin description. I see. Yeah, the hour, yeah. Hour went by. Alright, chat, we have one stage left. One more stage. I'm just gonna go take a quick stretch break real quick, because it's been like an hour, and then we'll complete this, okay? We'll get this done. The final stage. The boss. It's gonna be a long read. I wouldn't doubt it. So what I'll do is I'll go over here. Oh, what? They changed how this looks. Oh. Huh. Interesting. I was just like, oh, I did not know we were getting the new UI. Nice. Oh yeah, and you could see the module there. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, I was gonna try Ebenholz, which he's a caster, correct? Yeah. Well, yeah, no, he is a caster. I know he's a caster. Can I find somebody that has him? I don't know. Updating the leveling. Yeah, I did not check that out yet, so I did not see that. Chat, somebody on my friends list, if you have him, yeah, I don't really, now that I think about it, not a lot of you pulled for him, did you? This is like one of the few times of where I've seen a banner, and yeah, I haven't really seen too many people say they pulled for him. You have him, but not M3. You want it? Yeah. You're on my friends list, right, Mag? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need to be cracked out. I just wanted to just try him, just in general. You sadly don't have him. Need Gavial Altar. Same. Alright, so I'm gonna be right back. I'll take the quick stretch break, and then we'll get back to this, okay, guys? And I can't wait for Gavial Altar for those pulls, though, because it's gonna be crazy. Like, if y'all thought my Spectre Altar / Irene pulls were crazy, just wait. You're gonna see some next level pulls, because we're gonna do a lot of them. What skill do you want? I haven't even looked at the dude's skills. Whatever you want to put on there, I'll trust you. Whatever you think will be good for the boss fight, I will trust. Oh, Poziompka. Yeah, Poziompka's cool too. But yeah, I'll be right back, chat, okay? BRB. Okay, chat. I am back. All right. We doing it. Let me put the camera back on. All right. And a little refresh. Ah, there he is. Thank you, Magia. Okay. So let's use you. Well, let me see what you do. Alright, so attack speed plus 60, attack plus 50%, and only targets elite or boss enemies. Ooh, really? Okay. The damage boosting, I like how this is literally for that, the like boss. Okay. The damage boosting effect of this unit's first talent increases to 100%, 30% of the original, can manually deactivate. Okay. Deals arts damage, and unable to find a target, be stored up. Stored attacks deal 135%, can store one extra charge, it's only used when attacking that. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, and if there are no... Okay, wait. I didn't even process this yet. If there's no other enemies near the target, they're gonna do more, 15% more. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so this dude kind of crazy. Okay. I like it. Like I said, I'm sure I'll probably get this dude at some point. Not now, and how are you, Jack? Welcome. Yeah, at some point or another, I will actually get him. Because I like the character, but it's just like, Ebenholz, Gavial Altar. Gavial, yeah, so it's just like Gavial, yeah. Gavial, I have to. Unga Bunga Gavial, yes. Alright, let's do it. Reading time, and then boss fight. So yeah. Chat, if I forget, remind me once we get to the boss fight to record. Okay? Remind me to record on the side so I can upload the boss fight as its own video. Because I need to do that. Like, for each boss fight in the events and the main story, I should be doing that. So that's a separate video. So, if I do forget, just let me know, please. Yeah, it was like Golden Glow. Yeah. Alright. Break a leg, I'll be cheering for you. But even though I've been practicing for this day, I'm still not that confident. Then there's that prophecy too, something about an ensemble. What if it's me? Come on, you've got this. What's there to be scared of? All those who were afflicted last night have already been treated, so I'm sure we'll be fine today. This is actually my first time I've had to sit with so many infected. I hope this concert's worth my while. Is Cherny here yet? According to the organizer, he was also affected by last night's Orangidium slug incident, but he did not cancel his scheduled appearance today. He was too busy, face planting into a piano with blood gushing out of his mouth. Oh, that's good. Damen und Herren, please take your seats. Cherny will be here soon. You speak the truth? Yes, you better not wait until after we're inside the hall to close the doors and announce that he can't make it. I assure you that would never happen. Cherny is only experiencing a mild seasonal malaise? 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 Okay, and will arrive at Afterglow Hall soon. Okay. You said, do I want a college Harry Potter, or do I want a crocodile in a bikini carrying a chain axe? Decisions, am I right? Okay, that sly bastard. I knew the files couldn't have just slipped up and disappeared. I could deal with them later. The files aren't that big of a deal anyways, not when compared to the actual research of the Voice of Terra. Is he going to the concert hall? Forget it. He can knock himself out. Ayo. By the looks, espionage is difficult work. You should probably be worrying about yourself rather than about me, Grafin Strollo. Harboring the Witch King's remains in your own documents and propping up research in the Voice of Terra are serious crimes. By the way, my good spy, how did my father and brother die according to your records? Let's stay on topic. They are closely related to this topic. 15 years ago, your father provided cover for research on the voice of Terra after we found out he was about to spill the beans on the men behind him, and he was silenced. Had you known, it would have been reasonable to assume that you'd act on the knowledge. You think I'm trying to cover this up? My views towards my father have also changed over time. As a child, I felt like my father was the most terrifying person in the world. His will was absolute and no one could change his mind. I liked running and jumping about, so my father would lock me up in my room. And I liked to talk during mealtime, so my father would take away my dinner and make me talk to the wall for an hour. That's really messed up. Wow. Jesus. Horrible backstory part 500 in Arknights. Later, as I got older, my awe towards my father continued to grow uninhabited. Well, not uninhabited, sorry. Unabated. Yeah, unabated. Okay, I personally saw the way lesser nobles kissed his feet and the disdain in which he regarded them. Even the Witch Kings and envoys had no choice but to speak softly when they approached the Strollo spire. A far cry from their overbearing airs while on the ground. That was the Lord of House Strollo, our Lensher, a Kurfürst, and once the most revered of all houses. But everything changed when the Witch King fell. Let me be upfront. You're in currently very bad shape. As a doctor, I should forbid you from playing at the concert. But it doesn't look like you're trying to stop me. I don't want the music that you've burnt your life away for to die into the dust. It seems that you finally are learning to be flexible. No, but I've come to realize that at times, certain goals must be prioritized over others. I often found it ridiculous that my father was stupid enough to embrace the Witch King's rule. He was so staggeringly stupid that he didn't even bother concealing his opinions. Under his leadership, the Strollo family quickly lost the support of the Kurfürsten. Our house also lost control of 2 nomadic cities and was forced to retreat to Weisheim near the homeland of the Witch King, Ertika. Did Graf Strollo, who lorded over Weisheim, foolishly believe that he didn't belong there? So your father, discontent with the status quo, began to commune with the remnants of the Witch King. That's what I thought at the time, but you aren't as naive as I was back then, my dear spy. Your agent should know far better than I. Old Strollo was messing around with the Witch King's remains since the very beginning, wasn't he? Oh, right. You still haven't answered my question. By your accounts, how did my brother die? Food poisoning. That's the official report and our conclusion. Food poisoning? Food poisoning? Alright then, tell me this. Just... that's it? It's like, okay, yeah, so how did my brother die too? Oh, just food poisoning. Okay, yeah, let's get back to talking about my father. Okay. So tell me this, just how much do you know about my father? In exchange, I could tell you how my brother really died. Okay, well, there it is. We don't actually use the term Witch King remains because it's too vague. Some of the bastards who invoke the Witch King do so because they worship his power, while others covet the political capital he gained during his reign. Your father was undoubtedly the latter. Okay. Ebenholz is actually very good. Yeah, you could send some showcases later. Yeah, I'll have to check some out. And behind the second group is an extensive sprawling net. Your father was just one small branch of it. Also, I hope you don't forget, Graf and Strollo, that this is an interrogation, not a negotiation. The only reason I'm answering any of your questions is because we were unable to determine your brother's cause of death. Look, it's Cherny and that doctor. Oh my god, they're twins! Cherny, are you alright? I'm fine. We heard you were going to perform an all-new piece today. That's right. Even though not everyone will get to hear it because of the concert hall's limited seating, I will come back and perform for everyone again, if you're still alive after this day. That's great news. Don't push yourself, Mr. Cherny. Bro, you are not looking too good. Like, you do not look like you're doing too hot. The road from Cherny's house to Afterglow Hall is not long, but the man's steps are extremely sluggish. Yeah, man's on his final legs. Hibiscus isn't sure if he could even play the piano in the state. Neuropathy is a real disease, not some ethereal thing that can be defeated through willpower alone. But at this moment, she chooses to place her faith in the musician's willpower. Hibiscus could feel Cherny exerting every fiber of his being just to stay upright. All she could do was support him, keeping him from losing his balance under his exertion. The rest is his battle alone. I've got it. I've got it. The name for the new piece. I'll call it... Hold on. What's the matter? Shouldn't those two be the first to know? Heh, you've got a point. This event might be the one with the most arts inside of it besides Near Light. I guess since it's long... Yeah, I guess since it's long as hell. My good spy, come here and behold the great hero of the Afterglow, our illustrious composer, Cherny. I don't know how long you've been hiding in Weisheim, but even you must be quite familiar with him. It's really something. A city like this run by a house like yours could produce such an outstanding musician. You seem to have a high regard for Cherny. You seem to have a high regard for Cherny. It makes sense. Who could dislike a pure-spirited musician? Even I've always liked him. Oh, but don't get the wrong idea. It's not that kind of like, and even if it was, it would never work out between us. Surely you've heard about the story about him and his old friend. I'm quite thankful that a woman named Gertrude is nowhere to be found in that story. Give me a break. You should already know, the one who brought his music and his story to the world was me. Without me, he would have died in a ditch somewhere long ago. So you used the infected maestro born in an infected ghetto trope as a gimmick and had him dance like a jester for the nobles who trying to descend here. It seems that this city is nearer and dearer to your heart than I imagined, my good spy. To be honest, my original plan was hardly this compassionate. For the sake of reviving the House of Strollo, what is the dignity of a single musician? However, as a Lithanian noble, music was a compulsory part of my upbringing. I must admit that even I have been awestruck by his music. Listen, the performance has already begun. The difference between these performances and his is like heaven and earth. You've been avoiding the question for some time now. What are you trying to accomplish? Oh my, would you look at that? I just can't shut my mouth when it comes to Cherny. Everyone around me thinks I hate him, and everyone around him knows that he hates me. This unfortunate misunderstanding has robbed me of a conversation partner. But let's not talk about me anymore. Back to my brother. That topic really isn't as interesting as Cherny, though. But it's only natural for his death to remain a mystery to you. It was my work, after all. Of course it was. Of course it was. The music stops. Why am I not surprised that she was the one who did it? Why am I not surprised? Hey, look at him. In the suit, looking clean. Phew, how are you feeling? I think we've pretty much been in sync with each other. Yeah, my guy got that drip. Even though he composed this piece for the two of us, it clearly has his style all over it. I don't think it's inferior to Morgan und Bend in any way. And he only spent a single night on this. What an incredible man. Composing is the release of a long build-up. I think he simply found the right opportunity for it. What are you staring at? I had no idea you knew how to give a compliment. It's not as if I've ever downplayed his musical accomplishments. My only hope is that he'll make it to the concert. He'll be here. Composing a piece of music is only the first step. Only through turning the score into actual music can the piece truly be completed. News has already gotten out that he'll be changing the finale. He's not going to give up now. I hope so. Oh, right, Evanholes. Do you think the suit looks good on me? I've never worn anything this expensive before, so I don't know if I might have messed something up. It looks very good. Thank goodness. Oh, there's one other thing. Why are you so unusually chatty today? Is that to say that I have a normal level of chatty under normal circumstances? Yeah, something like that. Just deal with it then, who knows? This might be the last time we ever play together. Why would you think that? Why wouldn't I? After all, after this is over, you'll return to being Graf Vertica, and I will continue to wander. Even though our meeting was somewhat engineered by the Grafen, it was still just a coincidence at first, wasn't it? But we're friends now. I know that's what you were gonna say. Right. Sometimes even friends have to go their separate ways. Maybe this time we won't see each other for a long, long time. But do you remember what I said? We could always give gifts to remember each other by. I'll give you one of my dice then. Aren't those your weapons? Do they still work if you're missing one? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. Let's not worry about it then. I think a coin with a hole drilled through it works best, just like I said before. What about you then? What are you gonna give me? I'm still thinking. Take your time. As long as things go well today, that's something we'll have plenty of. Are you sure about that? Listen, right, we still have plenty of time. Y'all acting like this can't fail. This could very well fail, and you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna die. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen, but this is way too much of being optimistic right now. And remember the game that this is. This is Arknights. This is called, we're gonna make you go through pain, and characters that you like that are NPCs are going to die. Say goodbye. So, yeah, you might die. Not gonna lie. They'll stretch their time by forcing you to read 30 more paragraphs. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Enough of your jokes, Gertrude Stroller. Stroller? Yes, her name is Stroller, chat. That's what I'm gonna go by now, because I messed up and said Stroller. That's what we're gonna say. Do you have any idea what you've just said? I said I was the one who killed my brother. You've gone mad. Mad? No, think about it carefully. My good spy. Your once exalted father falls from grace, funding some shady research in secret. He tries to blow hot and cold, his plans are exposed, and he ultimately meets an untimely end. What? Afterwards, your brother is groomed by them, terrified into obedience. But he is too incompetent. He can't do a single thing right. He slips up once and almost exposes the ones pulling his strings. Instead of watching him suffer in torment at the hands of those who always despised him, isn't it better to use him as a stepping stone so you can succeed him? Who are they? Who are the ones pulling his strings? Oh, I would like to know that more than anyone, far more than you would. If you had that information, I would sit down and strike a deal with you right here and now. But I might even go down into the streets myself and yell about how I have information on the Witch King's remains. Tainted witness. If I recall, this saying has grown quite popular in Colombia. I've met no shortage of idiots who thought they could play ball with us, Graf and Stroller. Yeah, I'm gonna just say stroller. No, I'm kidding. I'll say Strollo. Alright, didn't end well for any of them. Cherny, are you alright? You love how she doesn't give an F when she says what she'll do or have done. Yeah, she does not really care at this point. Okay, I want to say yes, but that would be a lie. If you really can't handle it, then Evan Holes, don't forget whose decision this whole thing was. If that's what you want, then I'll give it my all. The two of us have already mastered the piece you wrote. If you, the composer, can't perform on par due to health problems, that's entirely on you. How the tables have turned. Well spoken. The melody is already etched into my head. All you two have to do is follow me. You talk a big game. Alright. Now that Mr. Cherny is here, let's hurry up and get ready to go on stage. Whether for our own sake or for our audience, we've all got to put our best foot forward. Clyde, is it just me or do you seem unusually excited today? Do I? That might be because for the first time I'm experiencing what it means to be alive. Oh yeah, you definitely dying. You are definitely dying. I don't get you at all. Cherny, you're up. Oh right, there's one other thing, Cherny. What is this piece called? You still haven't given it a name. I came up with it on the way here. I will name it Licht und Schatten. Okay. And the crowd goes crazy. Alright, here we go, chat. Here we go. Let the chaos... It means light and shadow, thank you. And let the chaos begin. As you may already know, this piece is Cherny's new composition, debuting tonight for the first time. Its title is Trio for Flute, Cello, and Piano in B-flat minor, Licht and Schatten. Let's give it up. Yeah, baby. Okay, audience, I have my own clapping button. I didn't need you to do that. The three bow to the audience, and the concert goers in the auditorium respond with a warm applause. Can I hear the performance? Please? Maybe? I'd like to hear it. The music begins. After just a few short measures, the entire audience from the auditorium to the balcony sits up straight in their seats. Those who have previously wore expressions of expectation and suspicion alike. No whispers, no coughs, not even the sound of clothes rubbing together. The lobby thing. Not even a single soul wishes to disturb this fleeing, unadulterated beauty. Small beads of sweat begin to emerge on Cherny's forehead. But this does not indicate any problems with the trio outside of their music. It's just that the power he is required to guide and control is too precise. They've begun their performance. Cherny, I just knew you wouldn't disappoint me. You will find a way to help them. Listen. This new piece, how could the audience possibly comprehend that this opening came straight from the Witch King? Of course they cannot comprehend because this piece already belongs to you. This melody, it all makes sense now. You intend to rip the voice of Terra out of both of them. Bold. However, what will you do after that? Are you going to become the new vessel? In Bagler's eyes, Gertrude has completely gone insane. She mumbles to herself in the direction of the concert hall as if conversing with a dear friend. My dear spy, would you like to hear my performance? Gertrude seems to be addressing Bagler, but is also muttering to herself at the same time. As she speaks, she walks towards the harp sitting in the corner of the room. My patience is running out, Graf and Strollo. Even W wouldn't think of this. I bought this house for a reason. It sits outside the afterglow, but you could still hear the music coming from the concert hall clearly. A wonderful location, isn't it? I love listening to music that passes through here. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. This way, he doesn't have to see me and I don't have to see him. She begins to play as she speaks. Graf and Strollo, the arts units in this building have already been disassembled. And even if they weren't, don't think your arts will work on me. Men easily swayed by music don't make good spies. I only want to play the harp, my good spy. Cherny hates me. He hates me for not treating music with purity. He hates me for using it as a tool. I once sought to defend myself and explain it away, but I later came to realize I might actually be exactly the woman he says I am. Even if he carved my heart out, I would never be able to treat music with purity. Tell me, how could one who has committed fratricide, a woman who for over 10 years has been hell-bent on exacting revenge on those puppet masters, possibly achieve anything close to purity? As much as Bagler doesn't want to admit it, Gertrude's performance is excellent, not at all paling in comparison to the echoes drifting in from beyond the window. Without a doubt, this is the level of that all outstanding Lithanian noble should aspire to. He said, isn't he supposed to capture her? How come she could move freely? I mean, they just went over to the building. She just went with them. I guess my guy just never tied her up. So, he has no energy to fight back. But the words that come out of Gertrude's mouth make him shudder. Wait, revenge? You're a clever man. You should have guessed that my tragic failure last night was not the result of impetuousness. But you don't know what I'm hiding. You believe I've exhausted my plans, which is the only reason you're chatting with me. The truth is, I do want to buy time, but some words have been festering in my head for far too long, which is why I can't help but ramble on. I do hope you pardon my rudeness. Furthermore, I must apologize that you'll be dying here with me. What? What? What do you mean by that? What the hell are you doing? It is truly an eye-opening piece of music, or so it was at the beginning. Just as the title implies, the music weaves a shattered illusion from the very beginning, making one's heart sink at the bottom of a valley, as if clouds are blotting out the sun. However, the tune changes almost immediately, the sonorous cello uplifting the flute's clarity with the piano behind them, both to break through the layers of gloom, singing a paean of the joy glimpsing the light of day. Oh, light! This is the singular thought in everyone's head. They immediately understand the Licht und Schatten. They begin to look forward to the Schatten. However, a feeling of unease begins to set in some members of the audience, because they see the expressions of suffering creeping across the faces of the three performers, as if something is gnawing away at them from within. Beautiful. An exemplary musician devoting his life to fighting the power left behind by the Witch King, just as he is about to pull his doomed battle back to a stalemate, who loses not to the Witch King or to himself, but to the obsessions of an old acquaintance. Hey, what are you going on about? Do you hear the harp's voice? Huh? A harp? Why would there be a harp? Isn't this supposed to be a trio? Philistine. Listen to the sound, coming from that small building at a distance. The shrill laughter erupting from the depths of despair is equally beautiful. As for you, my former student, while I was teaching you to speak using the violin, I heard the motif of your fate. What a cruel melody it was, but I never expected that you could develop it into such a brilliant opus. I salute all of you. People I may or may not know. I shall listen, for that is the only way I know how to pay my respects. I was the one who restarted the Voice of Terror program. My good spy. You alone? First, the Voice of Terra is exceedingly rare, and after that ordeal, you ultimately took control of the two of them. Second, past research has proven that the individual who isn't blood related to the Witch King cannot possibly withstand this kind of experimentation. In other words, even after you people tore apart that plan, it was not completely abandoned, merely shelved. In the end, the Voice of Terra program originates from the worship of the Witch King. But how many are there who, from the depths of their hearts, can truly worship fear itself? They only wanted a weapon to overthrow the Twin Empresses, just as the Twin Empresses overthrew the Witch King. As for me, after I realized that my brother's incompetence would bring ruin to our entire house, I had no choice but to act. Nevertheless, I still never found a way to show my value to those shadowy worshippers. Music, arts, money, authority, even my body, nothing worked. Finally, I found these dust-covered planes in a pile of my father's old writings. The reboot of the program brought a fresh breath of opportunity for me. They began to think that I might amount to something. But what they didn't know is that I've already had enough. I don't want to be at their beck and call anymore. So I set this plan into motion, not for the sake of overthrowing anyone, unfortunately. I just want them to get a taste of what it's like to suffer. I sucked up to them and invited them to come appreciate the fruits of my research. If you go take a walk around the concert hall now, you might find proof of some things you've long suspected. Everything from the human experimentation facility in the viewers to the dossier on the Voice of Terror program. Did you deliberately allow me and Ebenholz to find them? Those were only meant for the eyes of you spies. I never expected Grafratika to go looking for you people. And you tipped your hand to keep them from discovering what you had really done to the concert hall. Of course, the amplifiers are nothing more than a small distraction. With those amplifiers, all of the afterglow would have been made to suffer. With the amplifiers dismantled, the afterglow is indeed spared, but the same cannot be said for those inside the concert hall. The remodeling of the concert hall began after my research into the Voice of Terra had progressed to its next phase. Cherny is trying to use his own composition to draw the Voice of Terra out of the boys. But what I'm trying to do is much simpler. The moment they try to pull out the voice, they will realize that nothing is in their control. I have tampered with the melody and resonance of the Voice of Terra. Anyone who tries to become the new vessel, regardless of who it might be, will have to endure turmoil and chaos 100 times greater. The voice, unable to find a suitable vessel, will collapse into an all-consuming void within the concert hall built by the Witch King himself, swallowing everyone within. Of course, I am a part of this performance, and I equally have no hope of escape. As for you, my unfortunate spy, if you don't take this chance to escape, then you could only bemoan your ill fortune. This lady on demon time! My, what a fierce look you have in your eyes. I know what you want to do. But my apologies, I can no longer extricate myself from this song. Killing me would be no different from killing the 3 men on that stage. All it will do is bring about those deaths a little faster. She's as bad as her father, a product of her environment. Cherny desperately wants to stop the performance, but he cannot do it. The moment he begins to reel in the Voice of Terra, he feels a single strand of abnormality, but in that solitary moment it is already too late. The concert hall begins to absorb and reflect their performance like a massive arts unit. Resonance. True resonance. He immediately realizes that Gertrude's alterations were far greater than just some simple amplifiers. The concert hall itself has become a weapon. Why did you do this, Gertrude? Cherny, if we continue on like this... Don't stop. The Voice of Terra has already destabilized due to the interference of the concert hall. If we stop now, not only will both of you, but everyone in the venue will die along with you when Voice rampages out of control after losing its vessels. But they all know that this piece begins with Ebenholz's Voice of Terror and ends with Clyde's. Even if they don't stop, Clyde's voice will be pulled from his body by the piece's conclusion, and the inevitable will transpire. You'll forgive her if she becomes playable? But a small sacrifice you're willing to make? Yeah, I don't think she's becoming playable. This is a dead end. There's an atmosphere of uneasiness and they're holding back on their arts. What in the blazes is going on? Excuse me, you're the one from Rhodes Island. Hurry and start evacuating the concert hall. Huh? Something bad's about to happen. If we don't hurry, it's gonna be a disaster. Yeah, y'all gonna die. Is this the product of Gertrude's research? Fascinating. What do you think about this? Oh my lord. Not bad for a minor graphene as far as I'm concerned. Let's have her pay us a visit afterwards. Indeed. Lord. How were you so sure that they'd use the concert hall today? My good spy, you're mistaken about one thing. I can't say for sure what is about to unfold. What I could say for sure is as long as they're still in that concert hall trying to save Clyde, that I've won. Clyde's disease is my final bargaining chip, and if they somehow resolve that, then I've lost. That is the situation. What the hell is this? This plan could hardly even be called a plan. That's because my plan was a failure from the very beginning. You think I'm sitting here chatting with you because I have an elaborate backup plan? How'd that make any sense? If not for Cherny's unwillingness to cooperate with me, if not for the fact that even the insignificant little Graffertica insists on rebelling against his trifling, worthless fate, why would I even bet on this method? Oh boy. Cherny will never realize how fortunate he is. That he was born with enough talent to be recognized, that I was willing to provide him a stage. All he had to do was be a little nicer to me, and I would have elevated his music to the loftiest heights, perhaps even before their majesties. But he refused to do even that. And that Graffertica, he deemed himself a vase sitting on display in his demesne. As if a bit of ridicule and insult is the greatest humiliation one could suffer in life. She's like, bro, I had so bad RNG this whole time. Yeah, honestly. Honestly. You said told you it's just the small sacrifice I'm willing to make, just a little bit of your dignity, a little bit. But look at me, I've endured the manipulation of the puppet masters of the city for 15 years. 15 long years. If I can't produce results, I will be silenced. By what right are they allowed to live while I am not? I don't care about the Witch King. I don't care about the Twin Empresses. I've only ever wanted to survive. From the beginning, all I've ever wanted was to live on. I see. I see. After coming to Weisheim, Ebenholz settled on a few more things he wanted to do. He wanted to spend a bit more time walking around the Afterglow. In the sights of the vibrant district, he wanted to perform on a few more instruments for the first time experiencing the charm of music. He wanted to apologize to Cherny and tell him how much strength his music had brought him. He wanted Cherny to become his formal music teacher so he would be willing. He wanted to spend more time with Clyde. He didn't know what he wanted to do at that time. Maybe chat, maybe argue, maybe even fight. He didn't know what he wanted to do at the time, but he wanted a little bit more of it. But had he never come to the city, had he never accepted Gertrude's invitation, none of this would have ever happened. It is his shallowness that has caused things to deteriorate to this extent. I mean, yeah, she cold-hearted. I mean, don't get me wrong, she bad as hell, but she is cold-hearted. She's literally a monster. Literally a monster. Poor Ebenholz over here, dude. He knows how to break free from this dead end, and he's determined to do it. Alright, do it then. Frankly, had Cherny not devised a new plan, he might have even wanted to carry out Gertrude's plan. But hypothetically, even if the past him had wanted to do this, it would have only been to lessen the weight of the sin within his heart. Now, however, he will say that it is not for atonement. He shoots a glance at Cherny and at Clyde. One an eminent maestro, the other his dear new friend. He thinks to himself, they deserve to live much more than he does. What does What he does not realize is that the moment he opened himself up completely to the music, he was no longer able to hide his emotions. Lemon holes, don't do anything stupid. Boy, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Good effort, Tika, my dear. You are this piece's beginning. Even if you forcibly reverse this piece and incorporate it into your own mind, how will you deal with the dissonance and contradiction? Struggle to your dying breath. One by one, they all want to flee. They all want to flee their fates. But how and why? For 15 years I've lived in their shadows, but at long last, I have won. I've won. Fate is on my side. None of you will escape, not a single one. Yeah, she's a whole demon, dude. How unsightly. These musicians seem to be fighting against the very music they play. Did Gertrude also arrange this? This, I'm not so sure. She's a menace. A menace, I said. A situation seems to have arisen during our performance. Please exit the auditorium. Once again, please exit the auditorium. Unless you want to die, exit the auditorium. Ah, the MC just asked the audience to leave. Look. Shut him up. Indeed. Oh, boy. Bro. What are you doing? Just shutting up an infected. Do you have any idea what's going on? All I know is if you don't shut up as well, you're going to end up the same way. Well, things just keep getting better and better. Don't do it. Even if I could only buy you a little bit of time. Should you ask Clyde whether he wants to break free of his old life? His answer would surely be yes. His grandpa told him that his body was extremely special, something he gradually discovered himself. The people around him would start to suffer, and those that he treated with kindness would leave him in the end, so he started to distance himself from them. But he doesn't find it a terrible existence. The first thing he learned during his long life of vagrancy was that cursing fate doesn't make life any better. He could only find the meaning of life from the few things he could do in the moment. Yeah, man, all three of them trying to one-up each other and save the others. Yeah, that's really what it is. They're like, no, I'll save you. No, I'll save you. No, I'm gonna save you. I'll sacrifice myself. The circle of sacrifice. And now he realizes that it is his cue. No life is worth more than any other, but he has made friends and received camaraderie. He feels fulfilled. The sunlight shines warmly outside. It is a good day to die. A good day to die, yep. And here we go. What's up, Dino? What? The cello? Clyde? What is he doing? Oh, he's about to sacrifice himself big time. Arknights moment incoming. Death incoming. Clyde, not you too. Cherny, how could the music you've poured your life into be trampled like this? Besides, I am the end of the piece. It's only fitting that I do this, right? Do you have any idea what you're doing? Heaven holes, don't stop. Just keep matching the rhythm, or my rhythm, but then you'll... Let's put the finishing touches on our final performance together, okay? No! Trust me, Heaven holes. Cherny, I'll take care of this. I believe in you. The piece has gone back to normal? No, something's wrong. Clyde is... Something isn't quite right with this infected woman. Look here. Forget it. Why bother with a common infected? The appreciation of music should come first. Yeah, okay, buddy. Listen, everything's gone back to normal now. Seems like whatever happened before was just some shock value for the show. I assume she wanted to demonstrate the difficulty of controlling the voice of Terra for the purpose of increasing her own value. Ah, you're right. Maybe she's not half bad after all. Not only did she prepare such an interesting technique for us, she even treated us to an elegant piece of music. That's not what she was trying to do. That's not it. Yeah, imagine you sit in the audience and enjoy some music while these three try to figure out which one of them could off themselves while playing the music. Yeah, it'd be disturbing to see. The juxtaposition of light and shadow is vividly reflected into the trio of flute, cello, and piano. Finally, the piece approaches its coda with an ensemble of cello and piano. Listeners straighten their ears, expected to hear the whispers of the cold night, the embrace of darkness, the call of the abyss. But they are only greeted by a long, drawn-out sigh from the void. And that's what it seems like. After what seems like an eternity, applause finally breaks out from the audience. That gradually swells with enthusiasm. But before the applause could sweep across the venue, it crashes the dissonance of horrified screams. It's over, Clyde. You've done it! No, there's still something I have to do. Clyde, what's happening to your body? And it begins. Rest in peace. What's up, Heaven? How you doing? Ebonholz, let's go outside. Cherny, please take a hibiscus and evacuate the audience. Have them get as far away from here as they can. You cried your body. I'm sorry, Cherny, for a line hibiscus. There's so much I want to say to you, but it seems like now isn't the time. Take me there, Ebonholz, while I can still control myself. The melody in my head is getting louder and louder. Oh, jeez. The melodies are tugging inside my head. Hurry, Ebonholz, take me outside. The concert hall is amplifying both melodies at once. I can't hold on for much longer. I know. Ebonholz, you. I'll take care of Clyde. But I said I'll take care of Clyde. Hibiscus, go with Cherny and evacuate the crowd. Damn. My guy. Yeah, Mephisto was like the first time, yeah. Indeed, indeed. Okay, yeah, where was I? Upon witnessing the metamorphosis taking place on stage, the people in the auditorium begin to flee. Panic screams followed, one after another, and Hibiscus and Cherny's shouts could be heard among them. However, to Ebonholz's ears, everything is blurring into white noise. His eyes fixate only on the plaza outside the concert hall. You were planning to do this the entire time, weren't you? Perish the thought. I just did it on a hunch. A hunch? When I said you were being unusually easygoing today, it was all because of a hunch? No, I am truly glad that I got to perform with you and Cherny. This is the happiest I've been in my entire life. Then why'd you go and pull a stunt like this? There's still so many happy things waiting for you. But if I didn't, then either you or Cherny would have done it, right? So that means it somehow falls upon you? You've never had a single good day in your entire life, whereas I'm the one who's had enough living since long ago. It should have been me. Sorry, Ebonholz. Why are you apologizing? What did you have to be sorry for? The way I look now must be truly hideous, right? I have torn up the clothes you made for me, hadn't I? Those nice, expensive clothes. Don't worry about that. I'll buy as many suits as you want. I'm sorry. You liar. I'm furious with you now, Clyde. I'm really, really mad. Clyde is too weak to lift his head, but he could hear Ebenholz sobbing. Yeesh. What's going on? What the hell just happened? No idea, but Cherny said the concert's on hold and that Hibiscus Girl was desperately urging us to evacuate. We'll be fine though, nothing's gonna happen to us. But the sky suddenly went dark. Do you think some disaster might actually be coming? Think about it. Think about what the prophecy said. Fades Finales Ensemble. Don't worry about it, it'll be fine. The prophecy is also called... Hibiscus... a fiend? Yeah, it did call Hibiscus a fiend. It's starting to rain? See, there's nothing to be scared of. It's just a bit of rain. You said you just cleared SSS for the first time? That mode is such a pain. Good thing your account is stacked. Congrats to you. I haven't done it yet, but I will at some point. We're here. Feel any better? I don't think so. I only managed to forcibly suppress that sensation. What do I need to know? What do I need to do now? Hurry up and tell me. I want to ask you a few questions. Go ahead. Ask me anything you want. Ebenholz, do you think that your fate is tragic? Is my fate tragic? I used to think so. But after I met you, I realized that the past me was just a crying bloody murder over nothing. That's not your fault. They shackled you, stole your freedom, blindfolded your eyes, and plugged your ears. That's not your fault. Then do you think my fate is tragic? The first time I heard your life story, it really did come as a huge shock to me. But I've gradually learned that your life isn't tragic. In fact, it seems very fulfilling. That's great to hear. Cried you. I can't hold it back anymore, but let me finish, Ebenholz. The voice of Terra's completed melody swirls around in my head, and the Witch King's residual power howls from within me. Cruel thoughts are tearing at my chest, forcing me to bow down to fate. They're forcing me to say that our stories were painful, our reunion was misfortune, and that our fates are tragic. But Ebenholz, I will rebuke them. Do you understand, Ebenholz? I won't deny the voice of Terra has caused us untold suffering. I won't deny that your life was graft-filled with humiliation and scorn was a misfortune. I won't deny that my experiences living an unstable life of wandering has been tragic. But I will always deny, the suggestion that my life is defined by those words. My grandpa carried a burden like me around for over 10 years. During those years, I lived in poverty, denied a relationship with anyone but grandpa. But as long as I give kindness to others, I could feel their kindness in return. I even met a teacher who was willing to teach me how to play the cello. Most importantly, after more than 10 years, I met you again. Ebenholz, don't ever forget, we were both subjects of that cruel, inhumane experiment, and we survived. When we feel like we're cursing our own fates, we cannot afford to forget that. We met each other again, became friends again, and delivered a perfect performance on stage together. Are we not lucky? We've already been blessed. Actually, is there anyone else luckier than us? No, and there never will be. I understand. I get it. No, you still don't get it. Clyde's voice is already laced with a deep rumbling, the growl of a monster. But to Ebenholz, even though those words are gentle, like the words of advice from an older brother to his younger sibling before a long trip. If you really get it, then please don't weep for me, Ebenholz, my dearest brother. We were supposed to die together, to bury everyone in a concert hall, along with us. But we fought it. Damn this music. To others, this resistance might seem insignificant, but it was a chance for us to give everything for each other. This was a sacrifice that both of us were willing to make. It just happened to be me who did it in the end. That's all. What a wonderful opportunity to give each other to give everything for each other, asking nothing in return. We walk the path of rebellion against fate, just like Cherny did when he poured his life into composing this piece for us. So stand up and hold your head high, Ebenholz. There's still one last thing for you to do, and that is to use everything you have to defeat me, to keep me from destroying everything here. Do you understand? I do. I really like that look in your eyes. Clyde unsteadily shambles to the center of the plaza. With each step he takes, oranginium crystals erupt from his body, his flesh and blood beginning to churn. A strange melody lingers over the plaza. The crystals rapidly envelop Clyde's body, transforming into armor, transforming into instruments. In a heartbeat, the one being known as Clyde is swallowed up. In his place stands a monstrosity. Goodbye, Clyde. You deserved so much better. They always do this to the characters that don't deserve it, huh? They be getting bodied. Anyone who sees this monster has 3 words flash into his mind. The Witch King. Jeez, what the hell? It literally has instrument. Okay. Wow. Alright, I'll probably use this as the thumbnail for when I upload the boss fight. Give me a sec, chat. And the dramatic music plays. Take a look at that. Alright, let me do a quick little screenshot on this thing. And then we'll be good to go. But yeah, this is just effed. I mean, we saw this coming from a mile away. We knew that Clyde wasn't going to be able to live a happy life. We knew this is what was going to happen, man. They don't let you have a happy ending. They let you get bodied. That's just what it is. That's the reality of this situation. It is sad, but it is the truth. Man playing music and starts smoking everybody. Well, yeah, I mean, at this point, he's not even, like, human anymore. It's over. Now we have no choice but to kill him. He's lost control of his body. Yeah, it's some damn good art, yeah. Alright. We stand at a juncture. My exalted Damon and Heron, my dear infected brothers and sisters, and you too, Ebenholz. Hearken, listen to my final piece. Castigate me, lament for me, cry for me, sing for me, because today I shall die, and you will be reborn. Here we go. Y'all ready? Boss fight time. Oh boy. Time to record the boss fight. Thank you.
Prolonged casting makes my headaches flare up.
Alright. And I am recording on the side for the boss fight.
Shall we?
Alright, boys. It's time to fight Clyde. I didn't want this to happen, but we knew it was gonna happen.
Show me what you're made of.
Oh, jeez. Time to put him...
if you even can.
Put him out of his misery. Yeah. Jeez. This is gonna suck.
Every battle deserves to be enjoyed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna enjoy this battle. I'm not gonna enjoy this one. This is gonna be a sad boy hour. Alright. Oh yeah, I just realized it's gonna take you like a century to get that up. I mean, it's fine. We're moving quick. We're moving quick. All right. So let's see here. So that's pointing that way, right? It's beaming. It is beaming. It is beaming. Where do I want to put you? I don't know. That I don't know. this, we could do a little bit of this, that's fine. For this over here, where do I want to have you? Thorns, do I want to put you right there? I mean, I guess. Oh, I mean, I could reflect. I always forget that this mechanic, let's be honest, I have not really used the mechanic like that, but I completely forgot. Yeah, I could aim it and I could make it bounce and this and that and yada yada. Yeah, I could make the thing bounce if I want to. Okay, well first, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do after that. Alright, so let's get your healing. Low healing.
The battlefield.
We good, we good, we good. We're alright. And then I just wanted to see. So if I like look down with this. Ah, yes. Very nice. Let's activate this to get. Okay, I didn't read the description on what you do. Okay. Emotional damage, yeah. Freaking emotional damage. Alright, so let's put you right over here. Let's see what we do.
On the battlefield, especially when you face a Lysan.
Who will you choose?
Oh god, you're dying. Okay, no. Please? No. No! I needed to heal you! Okay, that was bad. Oh, crap. Wait a second. Oh, dear. My healers. You know, maybe, chat, for a boss fight, maybe I should have brought, like, 3 healers, you know? Just in case. I don't know why I didn't bring 3. I was just like, oh, yeah, I could do this. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You're probably gonna loop around. I don't think you're going straight for this, are you? Are you a loop around? You're probably looping around. That's why they gave us this much space. Ooh. Okay. Well. Yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Almost dozed off.
I mean, if you're just gonna casually oh.
Almost dozed off.
That's not good though. Okay. So I could already see where the positioning could have been better. Definitely, yeah. Wait, Perfumer, you were still alive? Listen, chat. My eyesight, you know, ain't what it used to be. Okay. I just have to hope this stun doesn't mess me up to a freaking oblivion. But if I put you right here, you're gonna start getting, like, demolished. Decisions. Let's see. No! One really got through. Oh, because of the stun, yeah. Ugh. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I might not even get it on the first attempt because of this positioning that I have. I'm gonna be honest.
This may be a little hot.
Okay, yeah, you're just gonna go around again. Okay, I definitely... Oh, jeez. Can you take care of that, Aya? Yes? Okay. I'm just already thinking of what I could be doing better with this. Issue is... I only have 1 ground units left. I'm gonna have to put silver. If I can. I am like forced to put silver here. I typically wouldn't want to do that. Oh my god, he got stunned. Okay. Yeah, I much rather, yeah, just fail the first one. Just fail the first one. That's fine. I'll take the L for that. It's fine. We'll run that back. Run! Okay. Alright, so I feel like I know how it works now, so there's that. There is that. Alright. Let's try that again. And this time, we're gonna complete it. We should. Unless the second phase of this boss is hell itself, we should be fine. Alright, let's do it. Oh, you know, you just reminded me, I did say that I needed to bring another medic. Ugh. Okay, you know what, that's fine. That's fine. We'll be good. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. We'll just have to do it with what we have. Okay, so yeah, you're going that way. So, you know what?
Every battle deserves to be
Go over here. Go crazy. You go here. I'm gonna have you away. I'm gonna try to better prepare for this.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Yep, do your thing, do your thing. Okay. So you're gonna come from what, like right here, right? So let's give you time to charge. Okay, you don't have a charge anymore because I just sort of soaked that all up, huh? Maybe I should have had you the other way. Okay. So I'm more scared about this side. And wait, you're 3 block, right? Okay, no, you're fine. Okay. So what do I want to do now? Let's do some chunky damage. There we go. Okay, so that's looking good there. Thorns needs to go over here. Do this. And I should have Nightingale over here. Not for Spectre. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about you, but it's going to take longer to get the skill unless I make the beams move. I'd have to get the beam to be... Yeah, the right side is far more dangerous. I mean, it's going to take a bit longer, but that's screw it. Oh, I mean, oh, no, you're right there anyways. It doesn't matter. Oh, crap. I did not realize you were dying over here. Okay. So we're looking nice. Spectre having the time of her life. Alright, you skill, go. You skill, go. Can I block you? Oh, but it doesn't matter because you're just gonna yeah, you're gonna just be unga bunga, huh? I wonder if I could have Silver ready to go. And try to swing. Okay, so we took a chunk off. Swing. Okay, it's chipping. It is doing a little chip damage. Okay, and then yeah, I'll just let this just keep going. Yeah, because you're just gonna loop around, whatever. This is working. This is good. This is good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Alright, now you got your skill, and Thorns is gonna take care of that like it's nothing. Alright, move out of the way. Oh my god, okay, can you not? You gonna take a bird cage? You shooting projectile. Listen, there's a bird cage, a very juicy bird cage that you would love. Okay. Now what? What am I doing? I guess Aya. I want to make sure you're in range. What's the skill? Boom. And then what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a little bit of this. All right, get back to it. Skill again. Yeah. There we go. Surtur, maybe I should have put you like one step behind. Okay. Yeah, I do not have an M3 freaking Aya. I think I'm on skill 2 for Aya right now, aren't I? I didn't even realize that. Alright. Oh crap, wait a minute. No! Where are you going? Where are you going? I saw that and I was like, wait a minute, I see you. Whew. I got you there.
Faster tempo.
Whew. Okay. Alright, so that's fine, whatever. We're good. Oh, this music, though. Huh. Okay, this is the beginning of the end. Oh, and he's... Oh, I see what's happening. I look down, I just look down. I just look down at the boss. I look down at Clyde. Oh, that's... Oh... He's literally helping us fight the enemies. Even in this form, even at the end of where he really shouldn't have control anymore, he's still fighting. Oh, pain. Pain. That's like I don't even want to hit him. I don't want to attack him. Oh, and then he lost control again. Oh, now I have to. Oh, yep. Oh, jeez. Okay, listen. Birdcage. I didn't want to do this to you. I didn't want to do this to you. Just no. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's... Man, why do they have to do that with the boss fights? They always have something that's sad in the boss fights.
Made up your mind?
Like they just be pulling at the heartstrings, dude. That's what they do here. Pulling straight at the heartstrings. Just pain. Why you gotta make me do this? Perfumer, keep us alive, please. Keep swinging. Oh yeah, you're getting stopped right here. Okay, you stunned us actually. Well, W still shooting. End is suffering. Chat, I think it's only fitting that Ebenholz does it. That's what we're gonna do. I think it's only fitting. That is how this will end. That's fine. Probably should get this activated now. It is only fitting, but this is how it ends.
My sword will respond the instant I spot the movement.
Wait, an enemy got through? Oh, whoops. I was not looking on the right side. I thought the right side was taken care of. That's my fault. It's okay. And there it is. It is finished. Yeah, I was not looking at the right side. I literally thought we had that covered, but I guess not. I guess not. Let's just make sure we have everything covered here. The canon ending, yes. Oh, jeez. I'm just looking and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, that was amazing the way we set it up. Yeah, it worked well, though. Oh, God. Hey, bagpipe, keep them back. Keep them back over there. I can't have any more leaks. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Wait a minute, chat. Wait a minute. I didn't have any units to place down. So, you know. They took away the canon ending, chat. They ruined it. They ruined it. They ruined it.
How despair feels.
That's messed up. That's messed up. Oh, okay. Let's just do it again. You cleared this boss with 6 unit squad first try, bro. Congratulations, chat. Make sure you give him a cookie. Everybody give a round of applause for him. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Congratulations, my dude. You did great. I'm just messing with you. Okay, in all seriousness, let's get this done now. Okay. Why booing? That was cheers. What do you mean? Those were cheers. Those were cheers, man. Okay. What do I want to mess with here? Maybe a Mia on the right side. Yes, that could work. Put a Mia over there, and yeah, that should be good. I think we have everything we need to be able to complete it, honestly. It's just placement. Just placement stuff. Alright. Let's do it. Let's finish it. I mean, we were right at the end. Oh, switch A skill? You know what? I could do that real quick. Thanks for reminding me. I had forgotten about that. That I had forgotten. Yeah, read the story for every for immersion every try. Yeah, buddy, we'd be here forever. We would be here forever. Okay, skill 3.
Understood, Professor.
And let's do a little bit of extra healer. Who will I choose? You know, you have really good range, so maybe I'll just bring you, you know. You got some damn good range on you. Man, I've had silence forever and I still have an e-tutor. Still need to do that. Let's hope the concert hall is fireproof. Yeah, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. Okay,
After our mission's over, why don't we all celebrate together?
I don't think we're gonna be celebrating. I don't think we're gonna be celebrating after this one. Alright, this should be the attempt that we get it. We literally had it at the end there, Vinay. Alright. Anyways, Lumen would have been perfect. Yeah, my Lumen's not built enough. It's unfortunate. Alright, so what did I do? A little bit of this, slowing it out. Yeah.
I'm in a gorgeous mood right now.
Okay. I'm gonna get through this quickly here.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
Alright, let it go, let it go.
Gather around, guys.
Okay. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Bring you in.
On the battlefield, especially when you face a Lysanian.
Use a skill. They said use this early, right?
As a clarinet.
Was that too early though? Maybe okay. Chat. I might have used that too early. I was told, yeah. Make sure you activate that early this time. I was like, bet, and then I look over and I'm like, wait a minute, maybe that was too early. Just a tad. Just you know, just a tad by the okay, just stop it, cause that's not gonna work. You'll charge it back up in no time. Don't worry about it. As the boss shows up. Okay, wonderful. Okay, that's fine. So what did I do over here? Are you gonna die? Or am I gonna have to play somebody? I don't really feel like using Surtur right now. Don't make me. Oh, you're gonna make me. Why? Why would you do this? Unless I do the same thing I did last time.
It's not my wish to take.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna block. Okay, thank you. Oh, that was enough. Okay.
Acknowledged. Stronger than
Yeah, it's not exactly gonna get him. That's fine. Even if you get a bit of it, it is what it is. All right, so I needed arts damage over here, yeah.
Roger. Doctor, I shall protect
All right,
you.
swing.
For what reason hast thou
Amiya, okay, cool. All right, we got a lot of people over here. This is the reason why you're getting our module and upgrading it to the max. Why don't I use defenders? That's a good question. This may sound really weird to you, but I low-key forgot that I had defender. I don't use defenders like that. I really don't, chat. I have Hoshi upgraded. I just use her in like certain circumstances. But yeah, that wouldn't have been bad. Yeah, Hoshi right there could have worked. I don't know. Not a bad question though. Poke away. Poke away. Yeah, I think we're fine regardless, but I legit did forget about defenders. Funny enough. Hey, chill out. Hey, you're doing too much. Thank you, Amiya. What would I do without you? Okay, yeah, just keep him there. As long as possible. Okay.
made up your mind?
So now cover this side.
Treatment target sighted.
Oh, I need a slot though, huh? Who am I gonna take out? But yes, why wandering medic? I was honestly just doing it for the range. That's the only reason. You want an honest answer? It was just for the range that was there. That was the only reason, and I have her upgraded more than like a different healer that I would have chose to use. So that's literally it. Oh, I can't hit, yeah, but... okay. This is gonna work out better than last time. And if anything... What I'm gonna do... Because the last time what happened is we got shredded, right? I mean, I'm just thinking. I could take out... Do this for now. And then... Here, birdcage. Magnificent. Or maybe I should have kept Perfumer in. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Amiya doing nothing now? Yeah, I'm trying to remember, do any more enemies really come from the right side? No, what are you doing? No. Okay, I should have put Surtur further back. That's what I really should have done. Damn. Okay. Unless Surtur... Okay, yes. Go. No! Okay, nope, that didn't work. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna just put you, like, over here. That way you're doing something. You're not gonna murder us, are ya? You wouldn't dare. No, you're absolutely shredding. Just get out. Okay. Oh boy. I have to stop these dudes though. This is not good. How many seconds I got till somebody else could get really placed in? Just poke. Okay, stay alive. Stay alive, please. No! Okay, that was devastating. That was actually devastating. How long I got? I could put Aya in. Okay, that could work. That could work. That's actually good. I'm gonna need you to deal with this, but I need you to be in range of the healing too. Oh god. Okay, just go like this. Just go like this. Please. Mercy. Are you gonna be able to kill? Oh my god. No. Oh lord. Who do we have? 5 seconds, Surtur? That's not gonna be enough. That's not gonna be enough. Okay, so if 1 gets through, screw it. Okay, 2 gets through, you know, Okay, that's not as good. But, as long as we complete it, because let's see. Thorn's got 16 seconds, they got 15 seconds. Okay. I could stop at least you. Alright, get this going. Here. You wanna not do that to me? Hey, yeah. Okay. I'll let you use this.
No matter what.
Oh, rest in peace. I didn't even notice. Oh my god, rest in peace. Okay, so I'm gonna just let you use this, and then we'll put in the big boys. Go ahead, Surtur. Do your thing. I'm watching both sides consciously. Wait a second. That dude's just running up straight to me, isn't he? I'm probably gonna have to put a unit right there still, aren't I? Or you're just gonna run through? Oh no, you're dead. Okay. I was about to say. Buddy had me scared that he was gonna just run past Surtur. Okay. Alright, we're good. The deed is done. The deed is pretty much done. Do a little bit of this. Not the prettiest completion in the world. I'll definitely do it over to do it, you know, better than this. But you know, we'll take it. Your job's done. You did good. That should be easy. Just shred the hell out of him. Yeah, this is about done. And it is complete. There we go, there we go. Oh, jeez, but yeah. Clyde, rest in peace. You will not be forgotten. Another one bites the dust that didn't deserve to bite the dust. It's a damn shame, dude. This game's evil. Evil, I said. Okay. So that recording is stopped. That is finished. That is finished. What I'll probably do is I'll grab the footage from, what was it, like the second run that I did of it, or whatever the number was, of where I realized that Clyde was helping us, and then I'll grab the ending of the run that we just did. I'll put those two together, and then boom, there's the video. So that is what we will do. That is what we will do. All right. Where was I? Stupid, foolish boy. You didn't have to do this. Why would you go so far for a world that owes you so much? Sir? We must leave now. Oranginium activity is rising rapidly in this area. I want to see my grandson one last time. Only a little further hibiscus to distract him. Clyde, Grandpa's here. You. Clyde, my boy. Vent whatever anger you may have on me. Come to me before you do any more harm. I've deceived you for so many years. I thought about dying for your sake, but I never thought it would come to an end like this. If your choice is to let others live, why not let me come with you in my last days? Let me join you on your final journey, my boy. Oh boy, the crystalline monster no longer understands the old man's words. The flash of lucidity was a fleeting miracle. All the monster could think about now is dragging everything around it into emptiness, dancing it to his cello's tune. The monster follows, the sound playing a song of death. Yeesh. Sir? Young lady, why do you... I'll hold down the fort here, Ebon Holes, now! Ha! The white white screen of death. How? Friendship, dedication, sacrifice, such childish ideals should have been shattered upon contact with reality. How? How? It's not over yet. Clyde may have forcibly assimilated 2 verses of the voice of Terra, but he could not overcome the disorder and madness of the acclamation. Clyde's melody has faded, but Ebenholz's voice lingers. Thank you. Ooh. My leg! Yeah, you're done. Enough, Grafenstrollo. Thank you. Gertrude's limp hand drops from the strings. Bugler withdraws his dagger from Gertrude's back. The blood stains his clothes red. Damn. You gushing blood. Yeah, he had enough of her BS. Yeah, no, she had it coming. The oranginium outer shell cracks and falls apart. The plaza falls silent, the only sound being inert pieces of oranginium shell falling to the ground. Finally, the shell shatters completely, leaving behind Clyde lying on the ground with his cello. Yeah, she did. She deserved it, though. She really did deserve it. She was horrible. Wait for me. Wait for me. No, it's dangerous. We should call infective palliative services. What are you saying? Clyde won't die? Are you sure about that? You're awake, Clyde. See? He'll be fine. Ebenholz? I'm here. It's me. Don't bother. I feel so light. It hurts so much, but I feel better now. Yes, you'll get better, yes. Listen carefully, Ebenholz. This is the last time I'll be able to talk to you. Remember my words. Live on, Ebenholz, and walk through the long night. Fight injustice and treat others with generosity and charity. Only by doing so I will live on in your memory. I'll ask you, how did your day go, Ebenholz? And you'll tell me proudly that you had a good and productive day. You'll tell me about the challenges you face while doing good and complain about how fate is a miser. He's a miser. It will be okay because I'm listening. It's alright to complain a little when you've worked so hard. Only by doing so will you rise above pain and suffering and find peace in your heart. Remember, we fought together against cruel fate and won. When you think of me, laugh. Don't cry. Yes, yes. And Ebenholz, I'm sorry. I haven't thought about what token to give you. Anything's fine, just don't die, please. Cried. Yep. My guy hit the snake. Snake. Yeah. There goes Clyde. Rest in peace, Clyde. They'll find themselves shattered someday, but today is not that day. Friendship, dedication, sacrifice. They may be naive, but someone will shed a tear for them. What about you, though, Grafenstrollo? You destroyed your friendship with Cherny by your own hands. You killed your own brother and laughed at his incompetence. You want others to sacrifice for you, but what have you done for them? Gertrude lies limp on the ground with only her lips moving slightly. My curse be upon you. Feigler reads Gertrude's lips. May you die in a dark ditch. May the madness of Ebenholz's bloodline haunt him forever. May the afterglow fall into ruin. May Lithanian ever tremble in the shadow of the Witch King. May the Witch King never know the peace of death. Pathetic. Maybe I acted out of impulse, but dealing with threats to public safety is also part of my job. I'll be sure to mention you in my report. Good night. I hope your dreams don't involve cursing anybody. And that's that. Your hand's bleeding. Did you get scratched by the oranginium crystals? Of course. Of course you did. Ah, yes, I guess there's a bit of blood. You need treatment immediately. Treatment? It's Clyde who needs treatment. Yep, now he's infected. No body equals not dead. No, she dead. Ebenholz, Don't say it, Hibiscus, I beg you. Alright, he's infected, Ebenholz. If you don't want palliative services to get involved, at least find a room that's isolated for his own sake. I know. The lounge at the concert hall. Alright, I'll take him there. I will. Come, Clyde. Come, Clyde. I'll carry you. Ebenholz lifts Clyde up. The oranginium crystals inflict more wounds on him, but he pays them no heed. Oh yeah, you infected. He carries his friend as if he feels the body cooling, as though embracing a short but sweet dream. If staying near a dead infected is a sure way to get infected. I mean, yeah, and especially when you're holding the body and, you know, you're getting poked and everything. Just about. And chat, y'all better be civilized with each other. I want everybody to be civilized. If you're not civilized, I'm gonna throw a chunkla at the back of your head. Okay, we're almost there, Clyde. Just a little longer. Thank you. You're still alive. I'll take you to Hibiscus. Lay me to rest in this building. If you return to the Afterglow someday, you'll remember that you once had a good friend with whom you laughed and argued with. And at the last, put on a duet to remember. No, you're not Clyde, you're... Isn't this what you wanted? Shut your mouth, I won't allow you to defile his memory. Clyde gave his life to cleanse the voice of terror, but it's still in my head. I warn you, don't think I won't hesitate to blow off my own head if you dare imitate him one more time, yeah? My foolish bloodline. Yeesh. Ebenholz no longer hears the voice. He walks towards the lounge in the Afterglow hall, Clyde's body growing heavier in his arms with each step. Yeesh. We're here. I'll seal the room, lie down on the sofa. It's soft, it'll feel nice. Soft sofa. You must have never slept on one at home. Looks like I've been infected. Arts that once took so much effort now feel so simple. Maybe getting infected isn't so bad after all. That should do it. I'll seal the door from the outside. Anything else? A token. Yes, a token. I'll take the cello. Look at me, taking back something I bought for you. Ebenholz's lips tremble. He stands wordless for a moment before laying his flute at Clyde's side. You said you wanted a coin with a hole, but the only thing I have left is this flute. I'm sorry. So sorry. Damn, that's how it ends.
We won, Doctor, and that's
Damn.
what counts.
Thanks, Myrtle. That's a rip. And now all we have left is this. Some have but old friends and no home. Chat, this is it. This is the last bit. Let's finish it, huh? This last part isn't too long, is it? I only ask because I have to go out to like dinner. Nah? Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, maybe 10 minutes of it? Okay. Is that all there is? I'm not even hiding a shred of truth from you. The way this was handled was quite the surprise. How should we proceed now? How should we proceed? We don't. This never had anything to do with you to begin with. All we're doing now is making adjustments to how the territory in question will be handled. How does that have anything to do with you? You're right about that, but with how things turned out, those infected will get to stay on that city plate. It will be difficult to keep them from gossiping about this. And who would believe infected nonsense? Then what should we do next? What should we do next? There's no rush. We still have lots to do. That's all I have to report for this incident. Thank you. Well, hello. Have you located the piece that this Cherny man wrote during the incident? The Empress's voice is ready to transcribe it at any moment and could personally play it for you in a few hours. No need. I can listen to the recording. The true mommy. Not bad. I could even hear him crying from the bottom of his heart as he wrote this piece. He's a talented man. Too bad he's not quite talented enough. Oh, shut the hell up. Those are some big horns, yes. What big horns you have. So how did it go? Not bad, it didn't get worse. Adante said the infection deterioration caused by the incident was unusual. Most infections went into a continuous stable phase, and I'm no exception. It's not going to get worse like before, right? Adante said they looked into the phenomenon pretty thoroughly. Apparently, nearly all of the Oranginium that got activated during the incident has gone into an extended low activity state. In other words, I get to hang around a little longer. Thank goodness. Right. Does Adante know what Herzog is going to do with the afterglow? Well, this is just what he said. She heard, but apparently the Empress's voice has requested the Herzog not lay a finger on the afterglow. Oh, thank heavens and thank their majesty's kindness. Keep it down. What do we do from here on out? Oh, shut up. You don't think things have gotten out of hand as is? What do we do from here on out? Live one day at a time, that's what. I want to live more than a day, though. And you should really keep your mouth shut. Hibiscus, I finally get it now. There are some things that you're better off not knowing anything about. I guess I'll apply to be transferred somewhere else as soon as I'm done with the follow-up work here. Maybe I'll go to the land ship. That sounds nice. The sewers. Don't move. It took a lot of effort just to find you. Do you have anything to say? It was your men who tricked Clyde coming into Weisheim, right? Everything you said was the truth except for the bit about payment. You knew he was in a hurry to make money for my treatment and you lured him into this mess with that. But you had nothing. But you two had nothing against each other. Why'd you do it? If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Okay, shut up. I don't have much longer to live to begin with. Alright then, seeing as we're old colleagues, I'll tell you. Grafin Strollo was already looking for Clyde, and she was very close to finding him. So what? Clyde was always there by my side, and that practically meant you had full control of him. You read her research notes, you know full well how terrifying her work on the Voice of Terror was. Until I got my hands on her notes, all I knew was that she had to put up a lot of time into researching the subject, but I never knew the true extent of the research. If we'd let her continue working, she might have been able to do something even more appalling with the Voice of Terror, say, triggering and inducing resonance at much greater ranges. You could have woken up in the morning and found your grandson transformed into a monster. Would you have wanted that? Rather than letting things come to that, it was better to bring Clyde right to her. Put the rush on her and let her put her plan into motion before she could work out the kinks. So any more questions? What would you have done if Ebenholz hadn't found the amplifiers in the Afterglow Hall? What do you think? However the Afterglow turned out, that's how I would have turned out myself. No further questions. Come with me then. Not going to kill me? I've got no reason to kill you, and it would have given me yet another thing to weigh on my conscience. Come, let's get to my shop for a cup of coffee. We'll talk about those stupid honorable young men. Must I? What do you think? So that was the reason, huh? Lava? Why'd you push yourself like that? If anything had happened to you, I'd never ever forgive you. Huh? Oh, you're talking about what happened in Weisheim, right? Look, I'm all fine. And who was it that had to stand off with an angry mob who didn't even evacuate knowing that she'd be affected by the Voice of Terror and fought those people even knowing she barely learned any arts? I don't remember telling you any of this. I already talked to Mr. Cherny. He told me everything. Oh, if you wanted to know all that, the whys and wherefores, why didn't you come talk to me directly? I actually visited Mr. Cherny to ask him about my piano teacher in Lithuanian, Mr. Jonan. And it was only after that we kept talking that I found out you almost Almost. I'm warning you, if something like this happens again, don't you dare push yourself like that. You hear me? Do you hear me? Alright, don't cry anymore. Look, see, I'm alright. But your infection, it's gotten rather severe thanks to the voice of Terra, but it's under control now, so... No, that's not enough. You're always on my case about my health, but you don't care what happens to you at all. If I lost you... Lava, I promise you I'll look out for myself more, okay? Really? Really? Don't you dare lie to me. Why would I? The doctor gave me quite a long holiday, you know. I'm gonna spend this time well and get some quality rest in. Alright, now, you said you asked about him. Mr. Johan? How is he? Or Johan, how is he? There we go. Mr. Cherny said that you saw Mr. Johan at a gathering a year ago and that he was fine and well. Speaking of, you went all the way to Lithuania yourself and even got a flute for your wand. Did you learn how to play flute while you were there? You mean this? The most I'm doing with it is treating it as a wand. I don't know how to play. Really? Of course, really. You're just being shy, aren't you? Why would I be shy about this? I don't believe you. Play something. Well, alright, here goes. Alright. Oh, that's adorable. That's the worst sound I've ever heard in my life. Oh, that's funny. Thanks for your concern, Doctor. I'm feeling very well. And I must thank you again for the protection you are offering the Afterglow. If you and Rhodes Island hadn't intervened, the Empress's voice would have never lifted a finger from my home. Hey, I mean, helping the infected at Rhodes Island's screen. It's exactly as you said, and I'm starting to appreciate that more and more. I suppose there must be a reason you summoned me here. You were asked to deploy to the front lines, and I have to confirm your intentions. Well, yeah, you asked to do that. Okay. I've already written my thoughts in full on the report. Your condition's stable, but your infection's serious. Anything could happen in battle. I'm prepared. Truth be told, Doctor, when Hibiscus helped me up and walked me to the concert hall, I was already prepared to die. Even though so much had happened and things turned out like I had imagined, I lived. It really feels quite peculiar, and I cannot describe it very well, whether through words or music. I'm not expecting to find how to express this feeling on the battlefield, but I'm thinking that it might prove beneficial if I try to fight for the infected in an entirely different way. I understand how you feel, but do wait for your evaluation results. I understand. Speaking of which, Ebenholz is here too, isn't he? Of course. I haven't seen him at all since the day after we arrived at Rhodes Island. Sometimes I can't help but think that the black-clad Graf Urtica might have actually died. He's alive and well, give him some time. You're right. Well then, I'll take my leave now, Doctor. Speaking of Ebenholz, it happens the next thing on my agenda has to do with him. Do you want to see him? Never mind, I don't dare to claim I know how much this incident has affected him. I could only imagine. If there comes a day where he's willing to see me or Hibiscus, we'll talk then. Goodbye, Doctor. I look forward to hearing the music you'll write off the battlefield and hope it will be no less impressive than your past work. Whew. Alright, Ebenholz is the last person I need to talk to, yeah? Let's do it! Doctor, I'm surprised you found me here. Some nice fresh air with all the wind here. Helps the stress. I don't need distressing. You sure about that? I digress. I'm a messenger today. Here's a letter for you. A letter? From where is it from? Lithuanian. I have an idea what it is. Hand it over. Need me to stay and open it with you? One of my many services. You're a funny one. I get that a lot. I really can't imagine you in a fight. Are you always this lighthearted when you're out commanding battles? I wouldn't mind getting a little less serious when you're off to a field operation. Well, look forward to it then. I'm going then. Enjoy your alone time. That goes without saying. This is the passport of a Lithuanian citizen, Ebenholz. Clyde's and Graf Urtica's death certificates. Oh. Hmm? There's more. A letter. It's not signed, an anonymous letter. Just my impression of her. Rhodes Island operator Ebenholz presses the tip of his wand to the letter and sets it ablaze. Not long after, the flames reach the passport. Then the count of Urtika's death certificate, and then Clyde's. The smell of burning paper spreads across the deck. Ebenholz picks up the cello next to him. He thinks back to how his dear friend played the cello, closes his eyes, and begins to play a simple, lively melody. When the twin empresses first took control, countless pieces of music singing their praises sprung up all over Lithuania, and this one too is one of those pieces. Today, the second half of the song has long been forgotten. Only the first half is still sung by a small number of people. Thanks to its uplifting melody and the lyrics openly express the singer's cheerful mood. The sunset is glaringly bright. That's a nice shot. That's a nice shot. And let's straight up a wallpaper, yeah. And that is that, my dudes. There you have it. Lingering echoes. And yeah, the government gave Graf Urtica an official death certificate, so now he's Ebenholz and not Graf Urtica. Yeah. Indeed, indeed. That was a really good event. That was a very, very good event. I enjoyed the story for that one quite a bit. It was extremely sad what happened to freaking Clyde, but it was foreshadowed. It was foreshadowed. There was a secret in the log for that, was there? What, like at the very end? Let's see if I could just skip to this real quick. Just go through all this. Oh yeah, okay, wait, I could do this. I forgot they had an option like this. Wow. I honestly forgot this was a thing. Well, actually, chat, did they ever... Was that always there? Now that I think about it, I'm like, am I having a Mandela effect? Was that always there, chat, to be able to fast forward like that? Or is that new? Now I don't even know. My brain is like playing tricks on me. I don't even remember if that was always there or not. Okay, it was always there? Okay. I always said what was in the letter. Okay. I am speed. Okay, so... So it's not gonna be yet. It's gonna be right when he's opening up the letter. Bum, bum. I'm gonna keep looking. Okay. There's more. Yeah. I'm making sure I don't miss it. A letter. Yeah. Okay, not yet. Here? Oh, okay, chat. Thank you. I'm blind as hell. Thank you, chat. Thank you. I was looking just down, and I was like, oh, where's the text? I didn't see it up here. Okay. Thank you, chat. All right, Mr. Evanholes. Congratulations on the freedom that you have been longing for. I am writing this letter to inform you that our common enemy, Graf Artika, has passed away. I would like to extend my sincerest apologies to you in regard to the troubles that he and his friends have brought about. It is my hope that this letter and file enclosed may reach you as a consolation. P.S. Please ensure that the death of Graf Artika remains a cold hard fact. Otherwise, our joint effort will eventually go down the drain. I see. Okay. Flame on. Alright, that's it. It is finished. Okay. Yeah, thank you guys for telling me about that. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, that's done. It is finished. I could skip the rest of this. We're good. Cool. Probably the spy dude. Good old coffee maker. Huh. Yeah, this was a good event though. I very much did enjoy this. It was the big depresso. But I mean, that's everything in this game basically is, huh? Everything virtually is in this game. I'll take one of these things. I don't know where I'd rank it within my favorite events in the game, but it was good. It was good. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder what was my favorite event. Was it Undertides? It might have been Undertides. It's just, oh my god, Undertides felt like it was a century. Reading Undertides, I feel like I aged like 20 years. But it was very good. But I mean, hey, I'm happy. I'm very happy that Ebenholz will be able to live on, you know? Cherny will be able to also. Make sure to get the new mats. The new stage is quite annoying when doing this. Gotcha. You have to grind some stuff out and such. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for hanging out very much. This was cool. It was nice to get into the rhythm of doing an event again. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I gotta figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. I feel like I know what I want to do tomorrow, and I think you guys are actually gonna be shocked by the answer. I'm not gonna say 100% that I'm gonna do this, but I might. There might be a chance that I do chapter 9 tomorrow. Not all of it, but like some of it. Just starting it at least. I might. I just have a lot of other stuff that I have to do. But if I'm able to, I will. Okay. I want to at least get that started. So just a little FYI for you guys, okay? Little FYI. But yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, please be sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. If you'd like to become a member, you can get some emotes and stuff. It helps. If you'd like to check out the Patreon, the anime reactions are over there on the Patreon channel. Okay. So that helps support us very much also. So yeah. Good stream though, my dudes. Good stream. I'll get up some videos later. I gotta get up the boss fight video, and then I'll probably try to get up an anime reaction for today. I think another episode of Love is War I'll try to get up today. And then I have to go record some sponsor stuff, and there's a lot. There's a lot to do, so yeah. Other than that, thank you guys very much. Stay safe out here, and as always, don't do crack.